I know if there's a picture of you with a bong, nigga, you've skipped the joint.
You're smoking.
You get
right.
high. I don't even hit bongs. You get high, nigga. Smoker, nigga. That's what you call it. Like, even if it's derogatory, you get high, nigga. No, that nigga gets high.
Yeah, Phelps was getting blowed.
That nigga was getting blazed. Are you bong? Bong is like 19-year-old high. Yeah. That's high, nigga.
That's a different high for sure.
Getting 19-year-old high is crazy,
man.
Oh yeah. We are back in the building. It's episode 397 of the Rise and Grind podcast. I'm Roderick.
I'm Jakari.
We back, man.
Man, hold on.
Yeah.
One more time, man. Damn. I always be hitting the button too fast. That's my fault.
You feeling good today, I can tell.
I feel great, bro. 397 is amazing. A new month is Black History Month.
Oh my gosh. It is Black History Month. Hold on.
You know what I'm saying? Absolutely.
Wow. It is. Why you're too kind to us. Wow. Any plans for the month? Black History Month?
Nothing at this moment. Nah.
Okay.
But you know, that may change. You may try to get out to some type of event, something, you know, but I mean, I'll be honest, in years past, it's not like I have something that I do like annually for the month.
Oh, you don't care about this month?
Nah, it's not even that, but
you're one of those Morgan Freeman guys.
Nah, not even that. I just, like I said, just annually, I just don't have anything that I do, like just because it's February, just because it's Black History Month. But I have popped out, you know, in years prior, I popped out to like certain events or whatever may be going on. So I may just end up doing that.
Will you be attending any nightlife clubs that have Martin Luther King on the cover, Malcolm, maybe a little WB? Like if you put WB Du Bois on the cover, you've lost everything.
Definitely lost the plot, but no, it's not in the cards for me at this moment.
The Rosa Parks picnic?
Nah, man.
Okay.
What about you? You gonna do a sit-in or something? You know what I mean?
Probably a Claudette Colvin cookout. probably a little Claudette Colvin cookout.
We're gonna do a march for Marcus Garvey.
A Marcus Garvey march. We would have to march back to Africa up to him.
That's a long march.
On
some Lewis and Clark.
Ooh, Million Man March. When was the last Million Man March?
Ain't no telling.
I think we missed it.
Probably years ago.
I think it was a few years ago, and we missed it. Back then, never mind. I'm not even gonna say what I said. It's gonna get me fired from my job.
I don't do that.
All right. But how was your weekend?
Man, pretty good. Pretty slow. I hung out with some of my frat brothers. You know, just celebrating some things there. My Friday though, I really want to talk about my Friday. The weekend, like I said, was cool, slow. Did a lot of cleaning up. We got some new equipment in the studio as well. Been trying to figure that out, playing with that. So that was like Saturday night, Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
But Friday, bro, let me tell you and tell the pod what happened on Friday. So I'm sure you saw it when you pulled up to the studio. All the cones and caution tape outside the crib. Did you pay attention to that?
I didn't actually. I went through my own encounter myself before I pulled up here.
You were kind of.
I had hit my head. I was lucky.
You were all over.
I was lucky I made it here live. All right,
yeah, bro. So,
but yeah, go on.
Friday morning, man. You know, I wake up around 6:30 to my neighbor like beating on my door, and I'm like, obviously in a panic. I'm like, bro, what the hell is going on? So my neighbor across the street doesn't have water. He went to turn on his shower and no water's coming out.
And that then became your issue.
It then became my issue for one reason, and the sole reason is because the water main break that's connected to my neighbors across the street. I'm trying to paint this picture for you. Across the street, the water main is connected in front of my house. So 6:30 in the morning Friday, there's a huge water main break and it's just water spilling out of the main pipe, I guess you can call it, right in front of my house, bro. Okay. So I immediately panicked because I think it's me. I think I got a busted pipe. You got to think we just had the ice freeze and everything, right? So I'm like, bro, the pressure has just, it hit its peak.
It bursted. Yeah.
So I immediately run out there and turn off my water because I'm like, oh shit, it's me. And just to paint another picture, when I left for my trip to Chicago, because the freeze was happening, Pops came through and turned the water off for me already. So when I came home, I had to turn the water back on, which is in the same valve, right? So I'm immediately thinking,
you fucked all the way up.
It's because of something that we did. We just turned it on and off. Maybe we didn't messed up, something. But I wasn't out of water. The neighbors next to me were not out of water. It was just a neighbor across the street, which is weird, right? Because you would think like it's coming out of my yard. It's got to be my issue, right?
Yeah, weird, but at this point, if I'm you, I'm now going back to bed. Nigga, this is your problem.
Yeah, man. So we had to call the city, but again, it's 6:37 in the morning. But we did call the city, reported emergency, like, hey, it's just water coming out all over. Look, I'm gonna show you a video. This is how it was just.
And it does look like it's your house,
right? Because it's right in front of the crib, right?
Damn.
So, yeah, look at that.
I'm looking at it right now. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, it almost looked like sewer, but that's just mud. Thankfully, it looks like a sewer line, right?
But like that line right in front of your house produced all that mud.
Mm-hmm.
You fucked everybody up.
Yep. So we had to call the city, right? The city comes out about maybe like an hour or two within that time frame, and they start working. They gotta, dig a hole in the yard. I'm gonna show you some more pictures just so you get the picture here. Look at that.
This is right in front of your home.
Right in front of my crib, right? Let me show you how big they had to dig the hole.
This is right on your sidewalk?
Yep.
What the fuck?
Look, this is one more. Look at the hydrant.
Yeah, it looks like the type of scene where there was like a huge storm, and now the city has to come let all the fire hydrants out.
Yep, that's exactly what it seems like, or what it looked like in the moment. And then once the city came and had to dig the hole in my yard and get everything taken care of, that knocked all of the water out for almost the entire street. At least everybody like surrounding me, at least probably 5 to 10 houses just on my side of the street didn't have water. And then the water spilling out from the hydrant, still from the pipe, we basically turned the neighborhood into Katrina. Not even trying to be funny.
So are you 100% sure this had nothing to do with you or the precautions you took going out of town?
Yeah, it's just so much pressure over time just gets built up, within the underground water pipes and things like that. It just bursted. So yeah, it had nothing to do with me, but luckily, we were able to get it done within a good amount of time. I think, so I'll say a good amount of time. This happened, like I said, like 6:37. They had it fixed by like 4 or 5. But in the midst of this, right, where they
What day was this on?
Friday.
Okay.
In the midst of this, where they had to, dig the hole in the ground and fix the pipes, I have fiber internet. Oh. So with that being said, I have an internet line that's buried in the ground in my front yard, and it goes right through where, this incident happened to the cable box or the internet box, whatever, the AT&T box. So in the midst of them repairing this, they had to cut my Wi-Fi.
I was going to say they knocked your internet out.
Knocked my internet out in the middle of the workday. It's Friday, right? So by like 10:30, I'm out of service. So I'm like,
you do get the day off at this point, though.
Kind of, sort of, right? So I'm panicking. I'm like, bro, I'm gonna have to pack up. I gotta go to the office, and mind you, again, like I said at the start of the story, when this first happened, because I thought it was me, I just turned my water off. So I've been without water since 7 to now. At this point, it's like 10:30. Now I have to maybe go to the office. I'm like, bro,
and you stink.
I haven't taken a shower today.
Yeah, I see where you're headed. I see where you're headed.
I brush my teeth. Don't get me wrong. I brush my teeth with just like drinking water. But I'm like, bro, I haven't showered.
Yeah, I knew where the story was going. You didn't even have to say that out loud because I knew where you were headed with it.
I'm like, bro, what is about to happen? But then it clicked. I was like, man, you know what? Like, I can't really do this. I don't want to do this. I can, but I was like, I don't want to pack up all my stuff and leave. I'm not sure if they'll need me, back and forth. I kept going back outside trying to check, make sure things is good. The neighbors just going back and forth trying to make sure things is good. So I was like, bro, what I'm gonna do? But then I remember I have a hotspot. So I ended up just booting up the hotspot on my phone, bro, and was able to finish out the workday, although I was going in and out of service. Like, it was so terrible. I could barely work just because like the service was it was horrible.
What I was gonna say is I would have assumed you took the day off because by this point, your job clearly knows what to do when you're not fucking there.
Yeah, they don't need me.
Yeah. Like, I mean, when you're not there, they have a Kari out plan. He's out so fucking much, and he has 30,000 fucking hours left of paid time off. I just assumed you would have, charged this day to the game. If this happened to me, I don't give a fuck if I don't have PTO. Yeah. I'm gonna take a picture and send that shit straight to my boss. Look,
I did, but in a sense, because of obviously I had just been out for my birthday and I took an extra day, like I mentioned, when I got back, just because of the debacle that I dealt with at the airport. I was trying to be like, bro, I don't want to feel like, that person. The people that always got an excuse and don't want to come to work. I was like, bro, like I'm starting to feel like that just because like this week, like I didn't hit you multiple times. Like, hey, I'm not working. I'm looking like I'm just making excuses. But I took all the same pictures I just showed you. I sent them same pictures. Like, look, this what's going on. I was in the chat like, hey, y'all, I may be in and out and slow today, because XYZ. But I mean, it's regardless of that. Like, man, shit. I do my job, nigga. So if I gotta miss, I gotta miss.
Just breaking off to the side for a second. Have you had a job before that you made a bunch of fucking excuses for?
That's why I said I know how that feels.
Yeah, like, and you feel the conviction of like, damn, they probably know this.
I've been that person at this same job. Just when I first started, them first couple years when we was working from home, COVID, boy.
Okay, you had a lot of excuses.
Boy, I was maxing it out. 22, 23-year-old me, what?
Yeah.
Maxing it out any chance I got.
Even going into the office, like I've had a few jobs as a younger guy, like 19, 20, 21.
Yeah.
How many flat tires I've had?
Man, what?
Uncle Larry, do you know how many jobs think you've been hit by a fucking vehicle?
Look, one specifically, you remember when we worked at the car wash? We ain't got to go into details about the stories.
I already know.
But you remember.
Yeah, there was one time,
bro, you're sick.
I made up something ridiculous,
bro,
just for just so my homeboys Corey and someone else could get in the car and we could go up the street and smoke weed,
smoke some dope. Insane. But look, I gotta just tell a little bit about that story before I want to get too much off topic. I don't go into details, right? But what was crazy about that is you didn't give me a warning. Usually you give a nigga a debriefing like, hey, bro, this is what's about to go down. I'm about to do this shit. And maybe now in hindsight,
I need this to be natural.
In hindsight, yeah, I'm thinking about it. I'm like, maybe it was kind of good that you didn't tell me. But at the same time, the story was so outrageous for you not to tell me you were going that far. It was crazy. I real life thought like we were in danger.
I basically told our boss there was a car wash that in college when we came home for the summer, me, Jakari, and that other friend we were talking about all worked there together. Just saving some money before we went back to college.
Right.
I made up a story based on something true.
Right.
And I basically told them my sister was in grave condition. Like ICU to grave type of condition. And I needed Kari's help as well. Yeah. And they let the whole squad. I don't think I had work that day. We were just coming to get you out of work, I think, right?
No, we was there.
Okay.
It was at least me and you.
It was me and you. The other person didn't have work. And sure I was like, if we can get us out, I think they picked us up. Either that or something like that. Or we all got together.
Yeah.
Fucking great times.
Yeah, man, great times. But yeah, to answer your question, like I said, I have been that person. So in my mind, I'm like, bro, I don't want to be that person. XYZ, right? But anyways, end up working it out. I was still out of internet the entire day Friday. They came back. AT&T came back Saturday. And I say came back because they actually came on Friday and they looked at the mess and were like, bro, we can't fix this today. And I was like, bro, I understand. Like, it's a mess out here. There's water everywhere. It's mud everywhere. So called them back, to come back on Saturday and got it fixed. And right now, I mean, the cord is out there, but it looks terrible in front of my yard. It's a big ass hole. The city filled the mud and rocks back in, but they have to come back and lay the concrete and lay grass, bro. Like that's how crazy. They had to dig up concrete, dig up grass, and dig underground, right? So, nigga, my yard looks horrific right now.
Yeah, it's crazy. I did not, Corey, I paid zero attention to the yard. Like, coming into the stew, I can't even remember pulling in. I was so fucking
you were out of there. I know.
Distraught.
I know. But I mean, It's like kind of. It looks like it's almost to my neighbor's yard, but it's really my yard. So I'm not gonna say like you're just crazy for missing it, but you are still a little bit because I'm like, bro, it's caution tape and cones, everything out there.
I was dodging another crazy nigga.
Yeah, I know, man. I know. But enough of me, bro. Like I said, my weekend was cool. It was slow. That happened, right? Did some things. We had Bible study Saturday morning as well. That was amazing. You know, kicked it with the boys for that. But outside of that, bro, like I said, just really just was chilling, trying to build this pod, new equipment, and just cleaning up the crib, man. But yeah, man, tell us about your weekend. What's been going on with you?
Yeah, I'll start with when we left. Friday, we had the Thursday pod, then, Friday came. Friday was my first day back at work the entire week. Monday I was off, Tuesday I was off, Wednesday, Thursday, all got canceled due to inclement weather. We had the advisory going on in Texas. My apologies. But I got back Friday, and it was really the shortest day you could fucking ask for. I've said so many times that Friday is a half day. We get out at 1:30, even the staff members. Kids out 1:15, staff out 1:30. So I did a super short day, went home, got back to relaxing just like I was the entire rest of the week. I did have a slower weekend, like almost like what you said. We got up. I had to make my way over to my mom Duke's house. She had like a funeral to go to. So my grandma stays with my mom. I had to watch my grandmother. She's 95 at this point. Had to watch my grandma basically the whole day. So we went to Bible study. I came back. I watched her until maybe like 7. And my granny, I love my granny. That was some of the most boring shit I've ever done in my entire life. And it had nothing to do with her. Had she been awake, it would have been a much better time. But like half of the time she was asleep.
Yeah.
So that took up basically my whole Saturday. I missed the Shakur Stevenson fight. I knew he fought last night. Some other nigga that got his fucking hairpiece rocked off his head. Did you see that?
I did see that.
I don't know who that was, but he got his fucking hairpiece rocked off his head. That was
crazy. At the end of the fight, he got up on the ropes and like threw it off into the crowd.
All right. That's never P, nigga. That's I don't know why. Some people just decide that's that Disney Channel bullying type shit.
Man.
That like at the end he just decided to own it. Like nigga,
he just decided to.
Yeah, like don't own it. Like you're a piece of shit. I know, but what are you? Like nigga, don't start that shit over here, man. But yeah, I missed the fight. And then we get to Sunday, pod to do. Well, chef it up a little bit when I get home. Oh, yeah. But yeah. I already made a whole like loaf of bread. I be feeling good. Since I got this fucking bread maker for Christmas, I be feeling like fucking Ratatouille every single time I make a fucking Ratatouille. Fucking, what is it, a loaf of bread?
Yeah.
And I really don't even have to do shit. You just put the ingredients in there. That shit does the whole thing for you.
How long does it take?
Depending on what type of bread you're making. But like if I'm making like not Italian bread, like French bread, just to like make sandwiches, something like that, probably about 3.5 hours, something like that.
And then, are you able to make like different sizes, all the same size? Or how many slices are you able to
There's 2 different sizes. It makes basically a full loaf. The full loaf doesn't look like a Miss Barrett's like full loaf or like a.
Yeah, I'm sure it's smaller, right?
It's smaller.
Right, of course.
But I have like an actual, not a machine, but this thing where you sit the bread on it and it's got lines on it. So you cut basically an entire loaf of bread worth of it. So I mean, like, if you think of French bread from a deli, it's a bit shorter than an actual loaf of bread. So it's the same size, maybe like 10 slices, 12 slices, something like that.
That's good.
But at the same time, I mean, you're getting fresh bread. You got to do a lot better job of preserving it because, like I said, it's fresh. It's gonna go mold faster, like the deli bread does. Yeah. But that's been a big goal for me this year. Like deli meats, I'm done with the meats from the fucking Oscar Mayer section. Like I'm done doing those. I'm done doing the cheeses over there. Like deli cheese, deli meats, fresh bread, like fresh vegetables, down to the point where I think I've had McDonald's a couple of times already this year, but my plan is to X that. I'm not eating that shit no more. I've gotten to research a bit. The cleanest meat here, like in our city, is gonna be going with Brahms. So all the fast food shit, I'm gonna be looking towards Brahms to eat my shit. Even like I'm getting scared going to the fucking grocery store and I'm picking up milk and it's February. This is just the wildest shit. And it was not like this as kids. Kids these days don't realize it.
I already know what you're about to say.
You pick up the fucking milk in February. The shit won't go bad until almost June, Kari.
No way. June is disgusting.
Kari, I swear to God, if you go get milk right now, that shit won't go bad until at least end of April, early May.
I thought you were gonna say at least March.
No.
This nigga said June.
No, Kari, the fucking milk is good for months now.
Nah, that ain't.
That shit is fucking.
That ain't right.
It's not right. It's just not healthy. And then I'll walk back into fucking Brahms and you'll look at the milk back there. Shit goes bad in 3 weeks. Nigga, I want that milk.
Yeah. Now, that's because Brahms, and I just know this just from doing my own research as well, everything is sourced locally from like Oklahoma.
Yeah, and they're really driving, like they're milking these cows and driving that shit straight in. Yeah. They have a whole, I've really told myself, and it's not pricey, that nigga, I'll fuck around and start grocery shopping meat and like the milks and cheeses out of there. It's a way better option than all the preservatives that they putting inside of your food at fucking Walmart.
Yeah, and it's getting worse just from your favorite chains. I remember more recently, probably within the last year and a half, but it was a big deal when Chick-fil-A came out and said they switched their chicken. I don't know if you remember that.
To fucking double bird.
To just disgusting, but like it just
steroid bird.
It don't taste the same. It don't even feel the same when it goes down, bro. Like to me, like I can feel it. I'm like, bro, this shit like clogging me up. It'd be weird to me. Like sometimes, and I know it just be me. I'd be like, when I eat fast food, sometimes, bro, I feel like my throat gets like
for
clogged,
real, or like
bro.
my fucking glands in the back start are my glands growing in the back, bro?
I'd be like, bro, like why is my throat like scratchy now?
Yeah,
like it's weird.
There's so much stuff, and like now that you think about it, you can think back to your parents eating stuff. You might have a taco at Taco Bell or a burger at McDonald's, and your parents will go like, man, this shit did not used to taste like this. Like, I can taste stuff now. Like, I don't know how long it's been since you've had a Wendy's chicken nugget. That shit don't taste like it used to when you were a kid. Like, the meat is not different. The animal is not. The chicken is still the same chicken, my nigga. The chicken. Why does that shit taste like that now? Like I'm done eating the stuff that I know isn't sourced locally and fresh. Like
steroids, bro. That's all it is.
Yeah, keep the GMOs and preservatives out of my shit, bro. Yeah. I'll take the regular, whatever naturally protein comes in that egg and in the chicken. I'll just take that shit, bro.
Good though. That's good to hear. I'm happy for you.
Yeah, I apologize, Hoppy, too, because I got into it with Hoppy during the IG threads, in the DMs in our chat.
Oh, about Chipotle?
About the Chipotle high protein chicken. You got it, Hoppy. I'm not eating the Chipotle high protein chicken, bro.
That's another thing that's been weird as well. Not just
everything's high protein now.
Yeah, I was about to say not just Chipotle, but bro, like they're like trying to push protein in a weird way. Don't get me wrong. I know we need protein that's healthy, but like I look at the way it's being pushed. And I'm concerned because, like, why do I need protein in my coffee, in every meal that I eat? Like, I understand wanting to have that as a additional option.
Yeah, and as an option,
and I know it's good for business. Don't get me wrong, I understand. But, like, me personally, when these movements seem to just happen out of nowhere and everybody's pushing it, I question it a little bit.
You should.
Like what is the protein? Where is it coming from? What type of protein are y'all really using?
They're not even saying it's just high protein.
It don't make sense to me.
And what stopped me is, bro, I've always had like that 6 cents, that 7 cents or whatever you call it, 6 cents. I started thinking to myself, because there was a few years back, I decided to go a lot more natural than I went before. And I started, shopping out of the natural grocery store. And it dawned on me, and it's dawned on a lot of people, that you get charged a lot of money to eat good. Like, it's not cheap to eat good.
Right.
If you niggas start selling me this cheap ass high protein, I question that.
Exactly.
That's what, like, you're not just giving away the good life for the low now. Nah, nigga.
That's a good point.
Fuck that. I'm good.
It's backwards. Why is the so-called better meat for you, high protein meat, cheaper?
Fuck that. Fuck that.
Yeah,
I'll make the protein myself. Like if I gotta douse my shit and weigh myself or like all this shit, bro. Nah, keep it Chipotle.
Again, me personally, like you can source and get your protein from other alternatives. It doesn't just have to be the meat. You know what I'm saying? You could put a powder. You can get it from vitamins. So like,
there are fruits that are high protein, like,
right, like
vegetables that are high protein.
There's other things out there. So yeah, bro, I definitely like that shit been not like weighing on me, but I've been seeing it and questioning every time I see it. But Chipotle, I know we talked about that, but I swear to God, Starbucks has a protein menu for coffee, and that shit just, I don't get it. I don't want my protein coming from coffee. I don't know. Maybe that's just me.
You've seen it for a while to the point where you're probably desensitized. I don't want your high protein pancakes. I don't want your high protein waffles, but you've seen like the frozen ones.
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm starting to think about all of it now. If I want the extra protein, I will take the powder. I'll choose the powder protein that I want.
Yeah.
Or I'll add that shit into my food how I see fit. I think I'm done with it. Like we're going towards the point where this is gonna be the big tipper. When you start seeing the McDonald's and the Burger Kings and, like I said, the Wendy's and the Sonics with the high protein meal, I'm good.
It's coming.
It's coming. No, yeah, it's definitely coming. I'm good on that though.
Good, brother. Again, I'm happy for you, bro. Real talk. Hope everybody listening can take the same stance and stand up for yourself.
No, but it's not easy though. I will say that,
not, bro. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying I'm perfect. I know you're not either. Like, bro, we gonna eat fast food. We gonna do all these things, right? But if given the option, just like you were saying, right, making your own bread, choosing which stores you shop from, like if you can't control certain things, I just think we should put more thought into that at least.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like it's just a start, brother. Like you said, choosing not to eat frozen vegetables and going to get, the shit that's really on the shelves, like not eating processed meats, making your own bread, even some like all the way down to the toppings and the like the jellies, like
everything.
It's so many things.
I make my own ice cream now, like all that shit.
All type of things that you could, condiments is the word I was looking for, I'm sorry, but all the way down to that, bro. Like it's so many things that you can truly, if you want to be healthier, you can do it, right? A lot of people get discouraged because, like you mentioned, the price and all that, and I get it. I understand. Shit do be expensive, bro. Like for real.
It does, yeah.
Right,
but there are alternatives to make that shit yourself at home that aren't as expensive.
For sure, bro.
I was gonna say something else, but I can't fucking remember. Oh well.
All good.
The only other thing I was going to say is it's probably no surprise as to why this fucking generation of children growing up are fucking giants. I feel like every next generation, by the time we got to 6th grade, Corey, I remember we had kindergarten buddies. I swear to God, in 6th grade, I looked at my kindergarten buddy and I was like, why the fuck is this nigga this tall, man? And the older you get, I'm like, my fucking goodness, you're a 7th grader, nigga?
Yeah, bro, it's crazy.
You're 6'1".
It's crazy.
No, it's real shit at the school. Like there are middle school kids taller than me, bro.
I believe it.
What the fuck are you doing taller than me?
I believe it, bro.
that nigga been eating that Chick-fil-A.
Man, hormones coming at an earlier ages. Like it's crazy, and not to, go too deep into this, but puberty for us started, the late teens for most people, 13, 14, 15, right?
Later for me, 15, 16 for me.
This is when, obviously we start growing hair. This is when, the ladies, y'all start getting your cycles, right? Bro, these days, they could be less than 10 years old. Women, girls getting cycles. I'm like, that shit crazy.
Yeah, that's not. I know some girls back then that was like that too.
I mean, obviously, bro, not everybody's gonna come at the same time.
But
I feel like it's more natural. I mean, it's happening at a higher rate now these days. And I don't know. This is just what I hear like in the news and stuff. But yeah, I mean, we definitely had some situations when, we was growing up where a couple of folks got them early and it was like, damn, we in the 5th grade.
Yeah, it was some you got them in class type. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. Definitely remember those times. But yeah, man.
Shout out you. You growing up strong.
Shut up. She overcame.
Yeah. She came up strong.
She
man.
did. She did. That shit was crazy.
Good for you. She beat your ass if you said something about it either way.
Facts. That's why we not saying no names.
Yeah, no. We're gonna keep that.
She would have beat your ass back then.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
okay, and still now.
If you said something about that situation, I don't care if you said it in 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. Man, you get your ass beat over that.
Yeah, she had them hoes. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. 3rd, 4th grade, she whooped my ass. I ain't gonna lie to you. The thing about it is, and this is gonna continue, like, not named. It's gonna continue anonymous. Both my sister and, like, I'm not talking to him right now, but my father had a running joke in the house about how he had to pick me up from school because this girl beat me. He didn't have to pick me up from school. I don't remember how he heard about this. I think at some point, my sister and me, there were 2 different grades at a time that shared recess. Mm-hmm. I think at a certain time we had recess together, and she saw me get fucked up.
Okay.
It was a running joke in the house. Like, everybody in the house knew this girl's name, and it was because she fucked me up. That's why I'm not gonna use your name. I'm still
shout out to you though.
Yeah, I'm still a little scared.
Facts. Told she still got the most today. I'm willing to bet on it.
Nigga, on God, she look like she got them. And listen, her nieces and nephews.
Your students.
They were my students.
Yeah, I remember.
And the niece on Jesus Christ, Corey, she just like that. Like she'll give you that shit too. Like I didn't like her as an adult.
I believe you.
Oh, shout out you though.
Facts.
Somebody get this over to her. But cut out the first part. She's gonna fucking kill us. Oh man.
We stupid, bro.
Intro. Do we have anything to intro with?
Nah, I'm good. I mean, I feel like we talked enough. We said Black History.
One thing I will say, we left this pod with me looking onto the wrong podcast list of last year and Sha'Carri Richardson being arrested. Yeah. I leave the pod that evening, Corey, to Sha'Carri Richardson being arrested.
Yeah, that was a little weird.
Did I do it?
Yeah, I think it was you.
I fucking did it. Yo, but the thing about it is, this low key fire is my spidey senses is tapped in with the feds. With the feds. Hold on, nigga. I didn't know my spidey senses called the feds, nigga.
Nah, bro. She's just,
Okay.
She's not very smart at times. You see the situation? You saw the video?
I saw the video.
I didn't see the whole video, like her afterwards crying and pleading. I did see like that being a thing, but I'm saying just the initial video when she was getting tracked. Like niggas
going 100 plus in like a 65. Right, yeah.
She just, I'm like, did you not see the laws right there? Like I was.
She said that she was on her phone, like fumbling with something.
Okay.
She was looking at her directions or something, and then the cop was like, I don't know if you heard him in the video. He was like, yeah, well, your speedometer's on the map. That's why they give you a speedometer.
Yeah, I didn't see that part.
Love Sha'Carri Richardson. She from the town.
Yeah, we gotta do better though, bro.
The only thing that I don't like, and it makes it look so bad when these videos come out. If you're getting arrested, you're getting arrested. Stop begging with them.
It doesn't matter, and especially
like a ref calling a foul.
Yeah, and I mean, we just know like. What is it when you're 25 over, 30 over? Like you're going to jail regardless.
I think it's 25 plus over. Like you're
going.
Yeah, they're
detained.
Yeah, I was gonna say at that point they are allowed to arrest you over it.
Exactly.
But
she was like 40 over, right? You said
100. It was like 103 and a 65. Oof. Almost 40. That's like 39.
Yeah, 38, 39.
Yeah, 38, 39.
Godly.
But yeah, like I said, that my example was, man, like that's like a ref calling a foul. You see a ref call a foul, and then you'll see the player arguing with the ref as if him arguing with the ref is going to make this nigga unblow his whistle. He blew the whistle. It's a foul. It's over, man. Like the same thing with this. If he tells you to step out of the car and put your hands behind your back, my nigga,
it's over at that point.
It's over at that point. At least for an African American, it should be.
Sure,
for us, if they tell you to step out and put your hands behind your back,
just comply, baby.
Nigga. Just step out and put your hands behind your back. Next thing you know, they done threw a motherfucking sheetrock at your window. They busted your shit.
All type of shit.
Like just go on, man.
Yeah. Shout out to her though.
Shout out like Shakari though.
We gotta be better, but we gonna get there.
I think she had a D-Rock in the car too. Because D-Rock got arrested for some drug paraphernalia.
Hey.
I love you though, Shakari.
Yeah, man.
And like, did Michael Phelps catch this much heat when he was smoking the dope? They didn't throw him out.
It was kind of like after.
Yeah, he had already won.
Yeah.
But the thing is, he came right back the next and won some more. Niggas didn't say shit about that weed. And if they did, they were like, oh my God, I didn't know it made you faster.
Yeah. But I mean, he didn't have any failed tests. He wasn't getting caught and having.
You're right. It was a picture of a ball.
Right. Yeah. It was like, maybe he's smoking, maybe he not. Like, you know.
No, he was definitely.
No, I'm saying this is the conversation they were having. I know he was definitely
he was
smoking.
definitely getting high.
Right. But, you know, the narratives that they were trying to, you know, place on this because it was Michael Phelps. I'm just remembering they were like, well, was it? They did the same thing with Sean Payton. I remember that.
Oh, yeah.
Because there was a video of him hitting the ball too. Like, come on, y'all. He's obviously getting high.
I know it's back and forth. My thing is, just like Kari said, and I smoke. So I know if there's a picture of you with a bong, nigga, you've skipped the joint.
You're smoking.
You get
right.
high. I don't even hit bongs. You get high, nigga. Fuck smoker. Nigga, that's what you call it. Like, even if it's derogatory, you get high, nigga. No, that nigga gets high.
Yeah. Phelps was getting blowed.
That nigga was getting fucking blazed. Are you bong? Bong is like 19-year-old high. Yeah. That's fucking high, nigga.
That's a different high for sure.
Getting 19-year-old high is crazy.
Man.
Was he 19?
Phelps?
Was Michael Phelps?
No, he was way older than that.
Was Michael Phelps 19?
Hell no. He was damn near 30.
All right. Wouldn't have seen Usain doing no shit like that. Man, and that is what you call race politics, nigga. Oh, man. But just wanted to do a little intro if we didn't have anything.
For sure, bro.
Let's move on into the music. We had a big music week this week, Kari. We had some heavy hitters.
Yep.
Don Toliver to be the biggest of all, at least for this week. He dropped his anticipated album, Octane. Let me get to it. That was a total of 18 songs, 50 minutes in Atlantic Records release. And it really, for me, it lived up to the hype of the rollout. He came out telling everybody, yo, where do you rank this in the list of your albums? He said, yo, this is the best one. I wouldn't say for me, I'm feeling that yet because I've only had maybe a listen and a half to it. I listened to almost all of it here in pre-production. I gave it a full listen first thing this morning. And I really like the record. I just haven't had enough time, or the album, I just haven't had enough time to sit with it to be able to put it up next to anything else.
Yeah.
But top to bottom, Kari, this is a killer fucking album. This is an A right off of the rip. Like I said, I haven't given it enough time to like really deep dive, and I'll talk about some songs. But this is an A off the rip.
Yeah, easily for me as well. And I actually have forgot that he did during the rollout was saying like this is best word, you know, to be highly anticipated, all of that. So for me as well, I can't say that yet because I mean that nigga body of work is amazing. I can't just immediately throw this at number one.
It's hard to compare the other ones.
Right. But with this being his 5th studio album now, I believe, Don Toliver, I say it almost every time he drops, whether it's a song or a project, he keeps getting better, right? The growth is always there. The longevity, he continues to prove that like Don Toliver is here and he's not going anywhere, bro. I think for me, when I was listening to this project, one thing that stood out, I was like, bro, this is somebody, Don Toliver is somebody who truly knows who he is as an artist, right? He definitely continues to push limits and try new things, right? Even going back to the last album, you know, Hearthstone Psycho, there was a little more rock, a little more alternative, right? He always has the melodic vibes and things like that, but I just feel like he still pushes the limits and still gets better with each project. And we can almost have that conversation that he sort of almost recreates himself as well with each project. You can kind of say that, but
I think he does, now that you say that.
Yeah, man. But for me as well, like you mentioned, bro, I really love this project. I really love the production. I'm loving all of the R&B flips and samples, man. I'm loving all the instruments in the background. That's why I say Don Toliver to me is just truly has developed and always been like a really great artist, right? We give him credit for being a musician, a rapper, a singer, but like, bro, just put the artist tag on Don at this point. in my opinion, like this is a great body of work, and he continues to get better with each project that has released over the years.
I couldn't say it better, and I agree, album by album, that he's just continued to grow. And I didn't hear the 2018 project, the Donnie Womack. I started listening Heaven or Hell 2020, and at this point, we're 6 years in of just heat.
Just hits back to back.
Starting this album though, E85, I was expecting him to come in with something traditionally intro, something abrasive. He didn't. Yeah, track 1, amazing.
That'll go crazy.
Body right now, I think is probably the big track. I've been looking at like Spotify, Apple Music. That's the one that's sitting on like the top singles parts.
Okay.
Rendezvous. This is who Yeat needs to be making music with. I'm not saying he needs to stay making music with one person, but this is the pocket of music that I want to hear Yeat features in. Because what I'll say, and I even had this conversation with one of my students last week, or the week before last, should I say, because we weren't here last week. I figured that I wouldn't hear too much from Yeat right now, or not until later in the year. But I talked to him about how I feel like Yeat cooled off. I feel like,
yeah, we talked about that for sure.
Yeah, that 2023, early 24 Yeat, that's way cooled down now. Mm-hmm. But he sounds really, really good on this track with Don Toliver.
I agree.
And I think it's a huge look, him being back at the top of the top, or with the top of the top on this album. It's a good look for him. Secondhand, Tiramisu, ATM, Long Way to Calabasas.
Bro, that song there was my immediate favorite. Like just off first listen, I probably ran that one back like 5 times initially, because I'm like, yo, and it's short. It's only like 2 minutes. I was like, yo.
Long Way to Calabasas is absolutely amazing.
Yo.
Rosary with Travis Scott is absolutely amazing.
Love that one.
I fucking love Rosary. Now, that might be my favorite one on the album so far. Tuition, is that the one where he does the Marcus Houston sample?
Either that one or Callback. I can't really remember. But Tuition is one of my favorites as well. The Naked sample, right? I think it's Callback.
Yeah. Let's see. Callback. Yeah, just because I skipped. Let's see.
Can't remember.
I don't think it's that one either. Either way, he flipped Marcus Houston's Naked. Absolutely amazing, bro. But track 9, I wasn't a fan of the T-Zone on this one.
Ah, damn. I was going to say something about that one.
Oh, you liked it?
Yeah, I mean, not even just because of Tizo, because he don't even really come in to the end of the song. But all of the songs is that whole like middle pocket of songs there. You can start at the top, don't get me wrong, because I love all the ones that you mentioned as well, starting from 1 to 7. But in my opinion, from 7 to 12 and really almost 13 as well, like that's the pocket for me where I'm like, every one of these songs I've fallen in love with. But Tizo at the end, it was really kind of more like an outro-ish, kind of just ad-libbing, which is something that we've been accustomed to hear from him since he came onto the scene. I didn't mind it. And I just love like the Texas connection, right? It's always going to be a thing with them too. So yeah, I didn't mind Tizo on that. And he's another one you talk about.
Is Tizo from Texas?
Yeah, he's from Beaumont.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, you talk about Yeat earlier, somebody who's kind of losing their steam. Tizo, same thing, right? Like he's been quiet, very quiet. So to hear him back on this album, for me at least, it was kind of refreshing because I'm like, I won't say he just fell off. He's just been quiet. Same thing with Yeat.
He has been quiet, and in his silence, I've seen his social media popularity take a hit.
Yeah, I have too.
Yeah.
I've seen people flip on him.
I've seen a lot of people flip on him. Like I've seen the narrative of like, oh look, Drake tried this guy out and he didn't fucking work.
Same.
Like I've like y'all really pumped y'all's hopes and stuff into Tizo and look at him now. I've seen that.
Yep, me too. I swear to God, not even lying.
I still have hope in Tizo though.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's talented. Obviously, he caught a wave. Don't get me wrong. People catch waves.
He did.
But yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting moving forward because just like we've said with Yeat and other people, I don't necessarily think you can always produce the exact same music. like the exact same way moving forward. That's why I say it was kind of refreshing to hear Tizo, because I'm like, I think he actually sounded good here, but I know he can't necessarily make an album just like how he made like 2-3 years ago when he first hit, and it have the same popularity in 26, 27 moving forward. Just like you said, I don't believe that.
I think it's pivotal for him. I think if Tizo is going to stick to being the traditional Tizo that he is, which is unpredictable, track 1 you might get something smooth, and then track 5 you might have a totally different regime for 3 to 4 different songs. I think if you stick with that, we're going to get the result that we're looking at right now out of Tizo. But I think if Tizo can really understand where his fan base or the bulk of that lies, which is in that melodic side of him, and he were to put a project or 2 into just that, you'd see him go to a totally different level.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't think you see that happen to him.
Yeah.
He's going to keep making whatever the fuck he wants to make.
Yep. We'll definitely see. How do you feel about that last half, though? I know we kind of stopped at Tuition, trying to figure out if that was the sample. How do you feel about like from 13 to 18? Any songs stand out to you from there that you may remember?
Let me go back. I have 2 phones sitting in my hand.
I got you. If you
yeah, I got it right here. I like K9 with Saw Baby. Yeah, I like Excavator. I can't remember too many outside of that. I might like Sweet Home, Pleasure's Mine, but I can't remember.
Sweet Home, not gonna lie, to me is one of the best songs on that album.
Okay, yeah. If I can remember, I enjoyed that one. Man, just like I said, I've only had one listen this morning or Sunday morning. Yeah. And then I had one right before we got in here. But when we were doing pre-production, we didn't get all the way down to Sweet Home.
Yeah, bro. Sweet Home, if you really listen closely, and I think it's Mike Dean, I think I ended up looking it up, but the guitars and just instruments in the background, bro, it caught my attention. I listened to Sweet Home a lot of times, just like I listened to Long Way to Calabasas, bro, just over and over, just replaying it. Tee Me Up, TMU, or Turn Me Up, that one's pretty nice as well. I love the one with Side Baby, like you said, K9. The entire project, once again, as you can tell, like, man, it's very enjoyable, off of the first initial listens. And for me, one thing with Don Toliver that's always been something that I've realized when I listen to his projects, I always find different songs that I like, or different, things I like about certain songs the more I listen to it. So this album, once again, has a lot of replay value, something
for sure.
I'm definitely going to continue to spin. There's going to be a lot of drops this year. Obviously, we got a big drop coming this week that's going to take a lot of my attention, but I'm definitely going to continue to play this Don Toliver, bro. Like, I think it's a really, really good project here.
I was about to say who's dropping this week, but yeah, we do have Jermaine Cole. We got Jermaine Cole, a double album.
2-6.
A double album, they say.
Bro. Crazy.
But yes, to pretty much wrap this up, like Kari said, this does have replay value, just like all of Don Toliver's albums. They got hella replay value all the way down to Heaven and Hell. I've got a lot more listens to get to, and I'm sure my favorite's gonna end up changing through this. But yeah, I like this so far. This gets an A.
My last question: we talked about the flips, the R&B samples. We mentioned the Marcus Houston Naked on one of the songs. We couldn't remember exactly, but the song we intro with Body, Justin Timberlake's Rock Your Body. Mm-hmm. So I'm just going to ask you, if you got to choose one of those from Don Toliver's flip, not the original song, which one are you taking in this case? Which one sounded better to you?
I'm taking Body because honestly, I was such a big fan of Marcus Houston growing up that I don't think that anybody could redo Naked better than Marcus Houston. I do like the flip, but all it did was make me want to listen to Naked by Marcus Houston. It didn't make me want to play it again, and I am going to play it again, but it made me want to go play Marcus Houston.
Yeah, I feel that.
What about you?
I would probably say Body as well, just because I'm thinking Don Toliver as somebody who's already, heavily influenced by rap and R&B. He's shown that throughout his career, but you go get Rock Your Body, Justin Timberlake, which is like, a pop hit.
Yep.
And you flip that into a rap song. Like, I think that takes a lot of ability, and not everybody can do that. You know what I'm saying?
And the other track, he did almost the same thing.
Exactly. Yeah. So I would probably just take that one just because of the creativity and knowing, like, That's not easy to do. To take a pop hit as big as that song is for Justin Timberlake and flip it into a hit. It being at the top of the charts, almost probably going to be the best song on the album, more so likely.
Definitely the most popular song on the album so far.
Yeah, so I got to give it to that one. But I love the other one too, like you said, bro. Naked is a hit, and Don Toliver definitely did well on that one as well.
Yeah, I don't have any more about it. I've got more listens to actually get into, and then maybe I can come back and tell you guys how much I actually love it. But I do like it a lot right now.
Yep.
Are you ready to move on?
Let's do it.
Let's move on. We got another big drop. The Baby is back. You saw a lot of hype and promotion behind this album, and it looks like the commercial side of the industry is ready to accept The Baby back. He dropped his album Be More Grateful. That's 23 songs, 58 minutes as well. Was Don Toliver's also 58 minutes?
Oh, was it?
Don Toliver's was 50 minutes. Okay. And The Baby, like I said, was sitting right here, 58 minutes, 23 songs. This is Interscope, of course, his own group, South Coast music group. How do you feel about this one, Corey?
Man, I've actually played it one time through, and
I'm mixed on it.
Yeah, I'm a little mixed as well. But I will say this, right? The flows and the rapping is incredible.
The rap is strong.
I said that before leading up when we were talking about it. We knew that was going to be here, right? But this album lacks so much substance, brother. Like, he's not talking about a damn thing within these tracks. It's a lot of just, I think he was trying to reach for hits too much, right? It's a lot of ass shaking and just talking about nothing. You know what I mean? So it kind of like, I was kind of conflicted because the album title is Be More Grateful. You get the sense that he's, understanding like, hey, this may be my shot to get back to where I was.
Let's turn a new leaf.
I'm grateful, right? I'm going to not necessarily make different type of sounding music, but at least have more substance in the lyrics and raps. And it just wasn't enough of that. There are songs that still have that. The singles that we talked about, obviously, still have that. But majority of this album is just no substance for me, man. So I was conflicted. Just like you said, I have a mixed feeling here. But if you just want to ask me, like, does it sound good? Is it worth listening to? If you like good music, good beats, good rap, like, yeah, it's not a terrible listen. I think I was just expecting him to go slightly in a different direction when it came again to just talking about something, right? He mentions his family, he even got his kids on songs. Like, it was almost there, but it's just missing something. Very lackluster when it comes to the meaning and messages behind the lyrics for me.
I think you hit the nail on the head. I was going to come in and say something different, but it's all going to revolve around the exact same point, Corey. I played this album, and if you know, I'm the one that has not left The Baby 1%. I've been waiting on this nigga to finally turn that corner and go back commercial. This album made me feel like my parents. And this is the first album outside of maybe Sexy Red. And Sexy Red is the reason why I'm going to hold The Baby accountable. He made me feel like my parents when we were growing up listening to Lil Wayne. I can remember my dad like fucking with a song and be like, damn, he was talking about pussy a lot. And then we'll get to the next song and my dad will be like, damn, he's talking about pussy again? The next song is like, damn, he's still talking about pussy. That's how I felt on the Baby's album, and that's what kind of aligns with the no substance part. And I said if I hold, like, there's a point where we came up like banging the Sexy Red, and if it's hard, we still gonna play it. But we've talked here a couple of times about how the shit is just entirely too vulgar for me to actually sit with and enjoy. I'm to the age where when you spitting bars, they gotta mean something for me to catch on and play the shit over and over. It got to the point where I'm sitting with Shorty and I'm like, yo, if the next song comes on and it's about pussy, I'm turning it off. Like, and then the next song was called Marinating. I'm turning it fucking off, the Baby. Yeah. Now, what I will say, I was able to get through a lot of it. I didn't get through this whole one because I was fucking pussied out. I swear to God I was. But just listen to some of the songs before I say that. I'm not going to name all of them. Guys, we have a song called Pop That Thing, Pootie Tang, Marinating, Baby Daddy Music. All right.
Shake the Spot.
Don Julio Lemonade.
Yeah.
But my favorites so far, of course, Letter to My YN. I think it's still meaningfully probably the best one to me.
Is that the one that you came on the pod with recently?
Save your money, young nigga. Don't play with that money, young nigga. Yeah.
Is that the one? Go Baby. Which one is that? That may not be the same.
It might be it, but I don't know. If you've seen the music video, the one I was talking about was the music video where he's got 3 little kids outside, almost like him and his homeboys.
That's Letter to YN. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That one, the Make You Mine with Huncho. I like the Huncho track. That is the type of shit I want you to fill this album up with. The Letter to My YNs and that. I'm very on the fence about how I feel on the Kanye track.
I was gonna ask you.
It says something to me that Kanye did clear it.
Okay.
I think the rap was good on it. I would have rathered him flip the whole beat and just sped it up a little bit instead of him turning it into a rendition. I would have rather him literally taking Flashing Lights and just sped it up a little bit. That would have been hard.
I agree. I think he came on that song more as a fan than a rapper. Even his lyrics.
Homage type shit.
Yeah, he was like, I forget how old he said he was when the song came out, but like you hit it, you said it perfectly. Like it was more of like him paying homage really than just trying to, flip this sample and really make it a hit for him. So even now when I was surprised, first off, that it was cleared just because I mean, I'm not saying that Kanye wouldn't clear the song, but
they got that connect. He was on jail.
Yeah, of course. So I'm not saying that I'm surprised by that. I'm just saying like
that's a big track.
Kanye's, bro. That's one of his best songs.
That's a monster track to get cleared.
Exactly. Yeah. And to flip that and not really make it a prominent song, that's why I was a little confused. And he put it on the album. It sounded more like it could have been a freestyle.
Yeah, I would have definitely. He did freestyle this first. I don't know if it was this exact record, but I know that's what fueled it. He has a freestyle from LA Leakers, I think, last year. And he did Flashing Lights. He did a Flashing Lights freestyle. So I'm sure that's where this came from.
Okay.
Even if it wasn't the words, this is where the idea came from.
Okay.
But how do you feel? Are there tracks that you like? Tracks that you fucking with that you're keeping?
Nah, I didn't keep anything.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, but it's more to what you said in your when you were going. It's just like I don't necessarily feel like these are songs I want to sit with and constantly play over and over. It was cool on the first listen. I played it as I was just moving around the crib cleaning up. So I had my ear to it. I wasn't, distracted. But I don't think there was really any songs outside of the singles that we've talked about already that I would really just sit with, man. Like there's a song 19. You maybe didn't get this far, but there's a song on there called PBJT.
Is that Peanut Butter Jelly Titties?
No, Peanut Butter Jelly Time.
Ah.
But when I say this, I'm not kidding. Like it's literally him rapping like it's peanut butter jelly time. Like that's the chorus.
Rapping like this.
That's the chorus, bro. Like it's peanut butter jelly time. Like I'm like, bro, what am I listening to? So that's why I'm like, man.
You say something about a baseball bat?
I don't remember. Probably.
I was just gonna ask if he speaks on a baseball bat in the song, I will fucking lose my shit, Corey.
Probably. But yeah, honestly, bro, I can't really remember ones that I hadn't heard before that I was like, yeah, I really like.
Oh, he's really saying peanut butter jelly time. Peanut butter jelly time. Peanut butter jelly. Ooh, peanut butter.
He's looking at the lyrics right now. I'm dead ass. Like that's the song.
Me and her gonna make a sandwich, then I leave her at the telly. Peanut butter jelly time, peanut butter jelly. Fire in your ass, I'm not scary. New pair of ones like I'm Nelly, yeah.
Yeah.
Real pretty face like Ashanti. Fucking let's start a family, yeah.
Honestly, I'm remembering now, as you continue to read through these lyrics, I really like the intro. Sticks and Stones, I don't think that was a single that was already out. I don't think, I may be wrong, but I don't think so. But again, it was so crazy because on Sticks and Stones, on intro, bro, he going crazy. He's setting the tone. I'm like, oh shit, he about to be on that shit.
Pop that thing right next.
Pop that thing right next. And after that, it just gets worse, bro. I'm like, yo, what am I playing? But Sticks and Stones was very good. I was like, yeah, he talking that shit on this intro. But yeah, this one gonna come and go for me, man. And it's kind of not necessarily sad because I also, going back to the conversation that we started with, I also saw this as a moment not for him to go back number one and be back in people's face, but at least for him to make some more noise.
Put your foot back in it. But I do think his foot might be back in the door for his next one.
Yeah, but I mean, even now, it's not like this album is gonna make people forget about it, baby. I'm not saying that. It's just like, for me, man, like this album gonna come and go, and then you may get more leeway on the next one, but sometimes I feel like people just don't take advantage of the moment. This was supposed to be a moment for the baby, in my opinion, and I feel like we kind of, went the wrong way a little bit. It's not over for bro. It's never gonna be over. He raps too well for people to just to throw him in the trash, but you can't be more grateful and just give us trash bops like this, if I'm being honest. But I
do think that he may have opened up people No Diddy just enough to be able to come back and be even more accepted the next time with the right shit.
Okay.
He might have, I know this is I'm getting very sexual with this right now. I think he popped the cherry.
Yeah, you going crazy. This nigga's going crazy.
Like, he popped the cherry. We got this out of the way. Now the next time I come through, like, it's gonna feel good.
Okay.
This one was gonna hurt. That's what he's saying. This is what Be More Grateful was. He telling you, like, look, this one right here is gonna hurt. All right. There's gonna be shit all over the sheets.
Yeah, that's nasty.
All right, I'm sorry. I'm leaving music. I'm sorry. I've left music.
Nigga, this supposed to be hip hop.
Oh my gosh, we've left music. I'm sorry,
man. Let's get back on track.
All right, let's move back into the actual music. I'll say the baby gets this is a C. This is a C right now for me. I would love to give him a B minus, but I think, I don't know. You remember that tape with like the mask on right during the pandemic, like that blue cover when he came out?
The baby?
Yeah.
No, I don't. We could look at it though.
That's the type of shit that I give a B minus for him.
Oh, I do know what you're talking about with the mask. I think I do remember that.
Yeah, that one was called, dang, even Apple Music cover leave that shit out.
Baby on Baby 2?
No, like, where the fuck is that tape?
It may have been an EP or something.
It must have been an EP, and let me actually go back and get it.
No, I'm not seeing it.
Dude, what did he do with that fucking tape?
Unless it wasn't. You sure it wasn't Baby on Baby 2? That was 2022 though. You said it was before that.
It was during the pandemic. Or whoa. Nah, I'm glad that I have my other phone here, because y'all niggas not finna make me look stupid.
The Mandela effect.
Yeah, y'all not gonna Mandela affect me either. Like, I feel like that's exactly what's about to go on. And
bro, Peanut Butter Jelly Time was actually a single.
Blame It on Baby. This is the tape. Yeah, what the fuck happened to that?
What year is it?
2020. That is the tape. That's the type of music I'll give a C. I mean, a B. That's why I can't give this a B.
What's it called?
Blame It on Baby.
Bro, I think that shit gone.
I see it right here. It looks like a single, but where's the rest of the tape?
Oh, I see it now too. I had to search for it. That's weird.
Yeah, that's actually kind of strange. What the fuck?
Is he blackballed?
It's because he has this orange one. He deluxed it, and that's the one that's shown.
Okay.
Said, is he blackballed? I think we got that a few years ago.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. The nigga tricked us, bro. I see it now.
Yeah. This is the work that I'll say is a B to B plus work from the baby, which is why I can hear this new one and I can't give you a B.
Yeah.
Good rap though. Still, what content or not, you have bars.
Yep.
Yeah, let's just go ahead and move on. The Game, DJ Drama, Gangsta Grills, they dropped their second part to EMNT. They called this one the credits. I don't have this one necessarily saved. I got a few songs saved, and my song of the week is actually going to come from this project. So I'm going to the tape now. This is this new part. Disc 1, I guess, is 11 tracks. But the entire thing now is an hour and 30 minutes. So
28 songs.
Yeah, first part's got 11, second part's got 17. It's a long listen, but at the exact same time, Kari,
Yeah, say what you said earlier.
I'm done. Yeah, hey, and any nigga, like any of our homeboys is listening to the pod, I hope you made it this far into the pod. I don't respect any of y'all's opinion saying that the Game is not the best rapper in Compton. At least in or even LA. The Game is 150% the best rapper in Los Angeles. I've heard To Pimp a Butterfly, my nigga. I heard Good Kid. This nigga keeps making Good Kid. That's what y'all aren't realizing about the Game. The Game has never stopped making albums full of Good Kid, Mad City.
That's crazy.
That nigga has 6 Good Kid, Mad Cities. That's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah, you crazy for that.
His bars are intricate. It doesn't have to be a fucking think piece for it to still be double, triple, quadruple entendre and deep as shit. He's doing it time and time again. We don't like his attitude, and I think that's what's really derailed his spot in the greats of the greats, and I think we've said that. But I'm tired of niggas saying that the Game's not the best rapper in LA. It's not Tyler, the Creator. It's not Kendrick Lamar. It's the Game.
JCon.
It's JCon, nigga. The fuck? I used to be jealous of JCon.
Facts.
Have you heard any of this?
No, I haven't. Outside of the songs that we were just,
those were good fucking tracks though.
Yeah, and I didn't get to hear it all, but like, you had the headphones on, I could just hear the music playing out the headphones. I was like, yeah, I can hear the bars. I can hear bro spitting. But no, these new 11 songs I haven't played, but I will because I played the first 17 and there were a lot of tracks we came on the pod and talked about. I said the exact same things that you're saying right now. And we're just fans of the Game, bro. We say it all the time. Anytime he drops, we're going to listen to it, right? I think that separates us. I know probably if you didn't listen to him coming up, GU in the early days documentary and all, you probably not gonna feel the same way that we feel, right?
I remember when they introduced him.
Yeah, but at the same time, like we were just talking about the baby, like we respect good quality rap, and if you rap good, I don't give a damn what you doing in the outside.
You're getting appreciated for it.
The Game, yes, I agree with you. Even going back to the start, there's always been drama surrounding his career, which may or may not has derailed his placement in the so-called best of the best, even out of his city, even out of just the whole rap game itself, right? But again, you got to give respect where it's due. And he's been rapping incredible since the early 2000s, bro. 20 years plus at this point. So, yeah, nothing else needs to be said. I'm gonna let you have that by yourself, though. Best rapper out of LA. I don't know.
LA rappers, where do you sit Game?
Top 5. Yeah.
Kari is so fucking vague. I don't know 5 best niggas rapping in LA. Of course he's top 5.
I'm saying you're saying all time? Because that's what I'm saying. Like nigga Cube, DJ Quick.
See, niggas
you know
what
I'm saying? That's why I'm like,
see, but that's when niggas are going to get mad at me because let's start chopping this shit up like real fucking people. The Game is a better rapper than Ice Cube. Right. Bars wise, Ice Cube has incredible songs. If we talk rapidy rap through albums, did you hear Ice Cube's last album, nigga?
Oh, come on now, he's been rapping for 40 years. I don't give a
fuck, Kari. Put that shit next to the Game shit. And they will fucking eat it.
Oh, man. I get what you're saying.
The Game rap circles around every nigga I've ever heard in Los Angeles.
Yeah. But I was just saying top 5 just because I don't want to give an answer right now because I'm not sure.
I want a nigga to have this conversation with me and tell me Ice Cube. I will beat the shit out of you.
Is Pac in the conversation? Is Pac LA? In this conversation, is Pac LA?
I always give Pac LA. Okay, I will give Pac LA.
Okay.
So Pac goes in this, and the Game is a better rapper than Pac.
Oh my God.
Let's see. Let's start being fucking real.
Okay.
And this is for the listeners. I want y'all to go home and play Tupac's music. Tupac's music is incredible when it comes to sending a message. But when I talk about bar spitting, his cadences are predictable as fuck. Even as a crack fiend, mama. Like, when you know music is lined up in 4/4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 3, 4, 3. That. Tupac, and this is when I get real different about music than other niggas get, because other niggas don't pay this much attention. Tupac never really steps out of 4/4 time. My Ambitions as a Writer is probably one of the only songs I've heard Tupac step out of 4/4 cadence. Biggie, that's why Biggie always get the edge as a rapper, not the message to me, because he's able to walk over the beat. He's not worried about where the beat's ending and picking up on the next one.
Right.
He's going wherever with that shit. That's why I give that shit the game over like Pac and Cube.
That's fair.
Same thing as like the reason why fucking Iceman Gervin isn't better than Wemby. Nigga, as time progressed, I've been able to do more with this shit than you able to do. Like, I've been able to hear the beat and jump over this beat and do this and do that with it. Hell yeah, he's a better rapper than Pac and fucking Cube. And I love those niggas more than I love Game, which also goes into the first part that I said. Had he not ruined his fucking legacy and he was a darling to us, we probably would say he was better than all of those niggas right off of the rip.
It'd be an easier conversation to have. I agree.
But to the Tupac fans, this for my mama too, my pops, all y'all, go home and play that nigga's music and find me some of the songs that he steps out of the 4/4 time. Send those to me, and I'll start judging that nigga differently.
Yeah, nah, that's a hell of a point. I'm glad I got you in this pocket, because I don't think we've ever went this deep. We've kind of scratched the surface level when it came to like Biggie Pac comparisons, and we always say what you said, which is 100% correct if you have listened to the music going back. For me, it was kind of like even the same growing up when Cole first became my favorite. It was the same like Cole Kendrick debates early on. I felt that exact same way, where I'm like, the message and even the album making was always Kendrick Lamar, right? The intricateness of Kendrick Lamar, him being like that polar guy, I always felt like that was Kendrick. But when it came to the flows, when it came to switching up the beats,
it's cold, nigga.
When it came to like making up words and, you know, making it fit the beat.
Words that don't even really rhyme going together because he made it.
Words, right? That's what I'm saying. And Biggie was obviously king at that.
That's why I give it the edge.
So I know what you're saying, bro. Still, I'm not gonna give an answer.
I was gonna say, but that still doesn't matter. I was making the point against Pac and Cube. That shit doesn't matter when you talk Kendrick Lamar, because Kendrick Lamar does all that shit too.
Exactly.
This really goes into who you think the better rapper is, and exactly. I do respect the Good Kid, Mad City version of Kendrick more than any other version of him, which is probably why I put the Game there, because the Game never leaves the hood with his music. And you don't have to leave the hood to be better, but it's so real. You can tell he was there with every single piece of it. Some of the stuff with Kendrick is really a lot of similes and metaphors and foreshadowing things that have never really happened to him. Cool. And it's amazing rap. Yeah. I find the Game shit 100% more authentic, and I think he puts more bars into it.
Good point, brother. Hell of a point.
Now the fucking listenership, don't say shit to me about my fucking opinions on the Game, and never bring me Ice Cube. I will play that last fucking album on you niggas. I'll play the last fucking album so fast.
The last few, to be honest.
My mama will fucking kill me if she hears me talking about Ice Cube like this.
Yeah.
And this is all due respect to Ice Cube, because he's one of my favorite rappers ever too.
No doubt.
But moving on, Ari Lennox.
Yeah, I threw this on here, bro. Ari Lennox newest album, Vacancy. It actually came out 2 weeks ago or a week ago on the 23rd of January. And this is her first project, no longer representing Dreamville Records, right? It's just an Interscope production.
I didn't know about it.
You didn't know about the breakup? Or the album?
No, of course I knew about the breakup.
Oh, okay.
I knew the album was on the way. I did not know this album was coming out.
Yeah, I'll be honest as well. Now, she did shit ton of promo through Interscope and through Jermaine Dupri. They were doing a lot, but it still went under the radar. And I think that's just the theme with Ari Lennox now, right? Going back to like 2018, 2019, when it wasn't really a conversation. But when SZA was booming and Ari was kind of right there, I always felt like, bro, like she's right at the tip.
She was the big three of the R&B.
I was like, bro, she's right there. She just need those hits. She just needs that to just
that one record
over,
to really
right?
do
to
it.
just take her over.
I feel the same way.
I still feel that way, but I feel like again she was there closer to the top, and I feel like just as the years that went by, whether it be because she wasn't getting the promo or the records are not just crossing over.
Other ladies have entered that spot now too.
Yeah, it's just maybe that's just not where she's gonna be now. That's the point I wanted to bring to the pod, right? She's still a hell of an artist. The music on this album sounds incredible. That's why I wanted to talk about it. It's 15 songs, 51 minutes. It's really good music. I don't think she chose good singles to roll out the album. I think that probably was another reason why it went under the radar. The singles weren't really as great to me, but once you get through the album, my song of the week is coming from this album as well. It's really good project, man. She got a little nasty on this one. I'll be honest. She
got nasty on the last record.
Yeah, a lot of nastiness, which is cool though. But Ari's great, bro. She's great. But yeah, just wanted to mention this, man, because I feel like again it's just flying under the radar a little bit.
You feel like she was in better hands over there with Cole? Because even though she never really broke the mold as like a lister.
Yeah.
I do think her album was always on our mind. And under Dreamville, we always knew what day that album was coming out.
True, and when you're the only R&B artist over there, you're gonna
have some more prioritization.
Right, exactly. So to answer your question, do I think would have been better? Yeah, slightly, just because you carry the Dreamville tag and you're always, J. Cole's artist on Dreamville. Like that's always gonna be a push, no matter who you are, but especially if you make good music. But she's still with Interscope, so it's not like she's just falling off the face of the planet. And she started working with other producers. I mentioned Jermaine Dupri. Once the breakup happened, he really took her under his wing, and he has a few produced records on the album as well. So she's going to be fine. I think being away from Dreamville now allows her to just, in her sense, be a priority or be more of a priority and just be able to focus on her music solely, right? Because when you're under J. Cole, the shit, Dreamville just doesn't really promote their artists, right? We've always talked about that. So I think this kind of allows her to have more freedom, and whether or not it shakes up to be better for her, we'll see as the future, goes on. But I think she's fine. And the breakup wasn't nasty. I know she went to social media and begged to get out of her deal. But her and Dreamville, I've been saying, they still talk. Her and Eve still talking and shit. So,
but
it was amicable. I don't know, brother. Cole don't talk to nobody, so
you're right.
I don't know, man.
See, now I'm starting to think, is J. Cole the problem?
Nah, bro, he ain't the problem.
J. Cole don't fuck with Ari no more.
Nah, you just making
J. Cole don't fuck with Kenny. J. Cole don't fuck with Dre. He don't fuck with Jay.
He ain't picking up the phone.
Yeah, I heard him and his wife kids not even. No.
Now he going crazy.
No, my apologies.
Nah.
I was totally joking.
Nah, for sure.
But moving on, it is Sunday. The Grammys are currently underway as we're recording. So on the Thursday pod, we will pick back up with some of those results.
Absolutely.
But just going through some of the ones that I know right now or that we know right now.
Okay.
I know Sinners did win the Grammy for Best Score Soundtrack.
Okay.
I know Bloom by Duran Bernard won for Best Progressive R&B Album.
He's a hell of an artist.
Tyler did win for Best African Music Performance.
Okay.
Shabuzi picked up his first Grammy for Country Duo.
Duo, who does it say?
It's Shabuzi and Jelly Roll for Amen.
Of course. No disrespect.
Nah, you can't say no disrespect after going, ugh.
No, I didn't mean...
You gave it a Pusha T. Ugh.
Nah, I didn't mean that. I meant he probably only got it because he
won with another white man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who's big over there.
Oh, he meant a country artist. I assumed you meant white man.
Nah.
Oh, okay.
He got country genre, right? That was a country.
Fuck the man. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Jelly Roll's a big thing over there.
But to go on, SZA and Kendrick did win Best Melodic Rap Performance for
Luther.
Leon Thomas won Best R&B Album.
Hell yeah.
I know, just so there's no confusion, Duran Bernard won for Best Progressive R&B Album, but overall Best R&B Album, Leon Thomas's Mutt won, which I think is hella deserved.
Hell yeah.
And in that same breath, I already said I was gonna go fucking nuts if it didn't happen. Kehlani won Best R&B Performance for Folded.
Okay.
I think that is probably, in my eyes, until we get to Best Rap Album, Best Album, that's the most deserving fucking record of a Grammy I've heard in the last 12 months. Yeah. Besides,
it was easy.
Luther, you know?
Yeah, for sure. But like you said, if we're just talking R&B,
yeah,
well, I guess Luther's an R&B song, but
no way, is it?
I don't know.
Luther's is an R&B song.
right. I would call it rap.
The other thing that I was going to say, we haven't gotten the Best Rap Album yet while we're here recording. I'm sure by the time we're done or a couple hours after that, or they might televise that one because we haven't gotten to the television portion yet.
Okay.
Kendrick Lamar has already won enough Grammys to tie Jay-Z for the most Grammy wins in history, rapper Grammy wins. So, of course, he won Best Melodic Rap Performance. He won for Chains and Whips with Clips and Pharrell. For Best Rap Performance.
Clips got him on.
Yep. He won Best Rap Song for TV Off with Lefty Gunplay.
Oh, okay. Ooh.
Yeah. So he's already...
Lefty got a Grammy.
Lefty was on stage accepting his Grammy. You know,
that's what we were playing earlier.
Yeah, he was shouting out the Latino community, shouting out Kendrick for putting on the Latino community.
Yo, that's huge, bro.
And it's huge because... Never mind. I'm not going to bring it up. I have to. I'm sorry. It's huge because there was a big conversation throughout this beef that Kendrick Lamar did put LA on his album, but didn't do enough for them to reach higher heights. He has brought who you guys were talking about now to the Grammys and winning.
Can I just say something about that? I don't want to stay here too long either. I feel like, what more is the guy supposed to do other than putting him on a damn track? Like, what do y'all want him to do? Babysit him after that?
Same thing that I had that conversation with the guys in sports about Tomlin and whether or not he's a Hall of Fame coach because he didn't make other Hall of Fame coaches. I gave you the fucking platform while we was doing amazing.
Exactly.
Like
that's what
I'm at my highest height and I have offered you the olive branch, nigga. Like, to come hop on this motherfucker, nigga. Yeah. Same thing goes with Kendrick. I never understood that conversation either because I just opened the door for that to happen to them. Y'all thought it was happening immediately. I think they saw the stimulus package stuff happen, like Lil Baby, Migos, that whole thing, and where it just catapults. And it's not always like that.
It wasn't supposed to be that.
It was not, yeah.
And, there was just a lot of things happening with other artists as well. Like, after that, they were like, hey, this guy can't even get on another record. Remember, I forget the exact situation, but people were like, he's basically saying, I'm broke, nigga. Like, yeah, I got the song with Kendrick, but I'm broke.
I remember, and it was the actual artist saying that shit. Yeah, he apologized and shit after that.
But they were blaming Kendrick as if it's Kendrick's fault. Like, I'm like, bro, what more is he supposed to do?
I just put money in your pocket. Now you want some more.
Yeah, I don't get it. But again, I just had to say that. I'm sorry. We can go back to your list there.
No. That pretty much rounded out the Grammys that have been given out so far, at least the ones to talk about. Okay. I believe that Kehlani got out on stage and she used her time on stage to speak out on ICE, that whole thing.
Not surprised. She's always been speaking out on the stuff that's going on in the world.
Yeah, good for her though.
Yeah, no doubt.
One thing I was going to say, and this is really off topic, but it stems from the last conversation we had. She's in Ari's spot right now.
What do you mean?
That spot that used to sit as SZA, Summer Walker, Ari Lennox.
Okay.
Yeah, Kehlani's sitting in that trio right now.
I agree, but I also think she's kind of surpassed where Ari was.
Absolutely. She's in a way, she has surpassed where every artist in that big three is. From SZA to Summer as well.
Yeah.
I just think on a popularity standpoint right now, SZA is undeniably the biggest pop R&B star we have, and Summer Walker goes right there. And like I said, I think because she's had more skin in the game, that Kehlani definitely supersedes both of them. Yeah. But in the popularity standpoint right now, I would sit Kehlani in 3.
Yeah, no doubt.
But yeah, I agree. She's done a lot more in her career than Ari Lennox to be there.
She got the hit. And has had it, but I'm saying like right now she got the hit. She got that one. She got SZA's Broken Clocks right now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, literally, she got Good Days on her.
Exactly.
Right now. Yeah.
So yeah, Ari just has never gotten there. So I agree.
And she's not done. I don't know. A couple weeks ago, if y'all remember that track I came through with, Out the Window, Kehlani.
I think so. Yeah.
Like I said in the group with the guys from time to time, I'm spinning the radio. Kehlani is keeping a chokehold on the radio. Like,
good for her though.
Like a grip. And what I'm not realizing is, I think Folded was on her last album. Nigga, she has a new, like, she's promoting a new album right now with Folded.
I didn't even know that.
Bro, it's still going.
That's pretty damn incredible. Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm almost positive Folded is off of a totally different album.
That would be crazy. That would mean she is having a SZA type run.
Let me see.
Cause SZA ran. Remember, SZA run was like 14 months.
Okay, no, I'm wrong. Okay. I was thinking it was off her 2024 album. Folded came out last year, of course. Okay. But she hasn't dropped a new album since.
Oh, so that's gonna be the single for
nigga. I was about to be scared.
Nah, facts. You said, I was like, whoa.
Like, oh shit.
It's been 2 years. Like, I was gonna go crazy.
But we're almost a year into that album.
Yeah, no doubt.
We will be sooner or later.
No doubt.
But let's go ahead and move on. Are you ready to get out of the Grammys?
Do it.
Corey, let's go to the news.
Absolutely, man. Come on.
We have entered the bully era, Corey.
Bully on the way.
Bully on the way.
Bully on the way.
And because Kanye's popularity and commercial status has been in such a limbo since his anti-Semitic remarks, the whole swastika, Yeezy stuff going on, there was a huge cloud where I feel like myself, who's one of the biggest Kanye fans that there is, along with the rest of the masses, kind of just started ignoring Kanye for a while. Okay. Like, I feel like the ones that love Kanye and don't want to write him off have decided, like, all right, that little fucking bubble of shit that he was doing last, like, I tried my best to just not even look over there at the fuck, like, whatever he had going on.
That was me, for sure.
Yeah, I was just like, all right, just ignore those fucking antics, man. Kanye is back. He came out with an extremely long apology letter, Corey, basically stating that he's not an anti-Semite. He apologizes to the Jewish community. This is months after he sat down with that Jewish rabbi and apologized as well. And immediately after the apology, it was posted on social media, and you saw the response, which was split in half, which it's usually always split in half. Yeah. And it's split with fans that are basically ready for Kanye's music. He's apologized. Let's get this on the road. And there's the fans or the followers or former followers, whichever one that it is, that are going, look, do you niggas not recognize a pattern? He fucks up. He apologizes, and then he sells you product. And then he fucks up again, and then he apologizes, and he sells you product again. Mm-hmm. And it is a common theme with Kanye. And right after that talk, there was a written interview that was released with the Wall Street Journal. And in this interview, he kind of addresses even the comments that say, hey, look, you're only doing this shit to sell product. And in that, he's basically saying, like, no, I'm truly sorry. He was noting his bipolar syndrome. Yeah. He was saying that there was an undiagnosed brain injury that he sustained back in his car crash in 2002. Yep. That could really drive a factor into all of these things. And another thing, which wasn't a driving factor for me, but was a point that I'd say. In a cocky but non-cocky way, he basically said, I have one of the highest pre-saves on Spotify for this album that's ever sat on the app. He basically said to you guys, I don't need to apologize to sell you my product if that's what I was going to do.
Yeah, y'all gonna listen anyway. We're gonna listen anyways.
He basically was saying, like, we're already blowing through the roof with the pre-saves for this album before I apologized. I didn't need to do that to sell you guys product. And if you guys think that I'm doing this to sell you this album on Friday, fuck it. The album's now coming out on March 20th.
Yeah, so for me, right, I'm just going to start with your last little point here.
And I'm saying all that in the most sincere way possible. Just know I still hold my own thoughts.
Yeah, same here. But to your last point there about the pre-save and album upcoming, I honestly like when artists are just honest.
Me too.
And tell us, you know, don't sugarcoat us.
I don't need to do that shit to lie to y'all.
Like, it's pretty obvious. Like, it's Kanye West. I'm glad he actually said that. I didn't know. This is my first time hearing that. So, thank you. I would much rather these artists just tell you what it is and
you were gonna buy
paint
it anyway.
A picture and try to act like you're not this guy. Like, I hate that shit. But anyways, back to the whole apology and the article that came out from the Wall Street Journal. You know that meme that's like, yeah, I'm not reading all that, but I'm happy for you.
That's how you feel?
That's how I feel. I didn't read all of it. I had bits and pieces. I saw headlines and you know, videos that people had posted. So I got the gist of it, but it was just entirely too long for me. And I honestly don't care, right? And I'm not saying that in a negative way. I just honestly don't care because, yes, I have seen the patterns and I do know that Ye is sick in some form or fashion. I've been saying that for years. Like, a lot of the shit that he was, you know, crying or doing was a cry out for help. Nigga, I was saying that 2-3 years ago. So for him to come back and apologize and say, you know, it was a brain injury, all that, like, whatever it may be, right? I'm happy that mental health and his health overall is a true conversation because, again, I do think that there is something off with Kanye, whatever it may be. But I don't necessarily give a damn about the apology. I don't give a damn about the pre-save. I don't give a damn about the article. Like, when the music gets here, I'm that person. Like, we gonna listen to the music, right? It's cool to do this. I know why you have to do it. And I know why Kanye did it, right? But I did find it funny, like, yeah, as soon as it's come out and then it's an album, like, yeah, you should have expected that, bro. You know what I'm saying? But to me, again, like, this was nothing to me. I really just brushed this off, bro. Like, I really didn't give a damn too much. And that's probably just stemming from the fact with what you started with earlier as well. Like, I kind of put Ye on the back burner, just like, hey, Ye gonna do what he want to do, right? Whether that's an article, whether it's an apology, whether he get back on the stream and say some more crazy shit, he gonna do what he want to do, right? Can't control the guy. You can't really expect anything from him, whether it be good or bad. So, but to the gist of what I'm trying to get to, bro, like, if the brain injury and if the mental health and if the misdiagnosing and the bipolarness, if it truly is a thing that it seems like he's taking serious and actually, like, caring about now, I do respect that because I have been saying once again that I think something is off. Kanye, I think he's crying out for help. I think people around him don't know, like, bro, he's sick. You know what I'm saying? We seen bro popping nitrous. I was like, bro, like, he's destroying his brain. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, bro, it's a lot going on with Ye. So I do hope, again, that the so-called, I guess, calling moment for him right now is his overall health. I do hope that these things that he's saying is true, and I hope he's taking that serious. But I'm one of those people when it comes to Kanye, once again, all the antics and noise, I don't necessarily care about. I'm going to listen to the album when it gets here, and we can just only hope that the album is one that we want to hold on to and move forward with. I'm kind of biased, though. I just got back from Chicago. I rewatched the Genius documentary.
I rewatched it last week, too.
Nigga, I watched that shit last week as well, and, like, nigga, I love Kanye. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm a little biased when it comes to these moments and things. People get their feelings hurt. I take this shit with a grain of salt, bro. I'm like, we done seen this same story a million times. You know what I'm saying?
For me, I just think Kanye has to pick the best of his worlds, and I think that's what you're seeing. I've delved really deep into Kanye in and out of his career.
Right.
Do I think the mental health things exist? Absolutely. And do I think they could play into this? Absolutely. But some of them I'm just gonna shed light on that some people probably have heard or haven't heard. It's funny to me how the story flips, which is why I feel as though Kanye had to pick the best of what world he wanted to live in. And this is the one that allows him to reach the top again, which you can tell that's what he really wants. During these spells, Kanye, and even when he was on the nitrous, he talked about how he got hooked onto the nitrous. And he brought up the story about Harley Pasternak, who was his trainer. Harley Pasternak's a former member of like Black Ops mission military, specifically in like, I forgot what the exact like position was, but like messing with mind chemicals, like almost like I forgot what it's called. It's like that major project they did, MK Ultra. He worked basically on like MK Ultra type shit, and X years later he finds himself as a celebrity trainer. This is the same celebrity the celebrity trainer that Kanye West named as the person that when he would go through spells would pick him up. Mm-hmm. They would take him to the hospital. He would have him medicated, and they didn't give Kanye like his own consent on it. It all was based off of what Harley Pasternak basically said. There were texts that got leaked. It said that like, yo,
I remember
we can send you back to zombie land. We can medicate the shit out of you. Yeah, or you can come talk to us nicely type shit. Right. I really feel like Kanye has decided, like, I feel like they get put in a point where it's like, hey, look, you run with your fucking story about what happened and you'll never see the light of fucking day commercially again. Or you can say that it was your fucking bipolar and your car accident and you can re-enter this trifecta.
Nah, that's a deep ass point for sure. And I think
you watch the shit switch on what he says happens when he comes back into the game.
Yeah.
But go on, I'm sorry, man.
Nah, for sure, bro. I was just gonna say with celebrities, they all have their moment, right? Where you have to either play the game or change the game, or play the game to change the game.
Or get out and sit with,
or get out and have your career fall on its ass.
Yeah, take your liberty and your freedom and sit with how well you feel with satisfaction on your inside, but know you have nothing commercially.
Exactly.
Or you can suck all that up and take your morality and say, fuck all that shit.
Play the game.
And play the game.
Exactly. So I only bring that up to say, like, celebrities, you're right, athletes, whoever, they all have these moments, but everybody's just different. And Kanye's, it's fucking abnormal.
When you get to the highest high of the highs.
He's billionaire status, bro. Like, these people, you don't even know the names of these people.
He's reached they clone Tyrone status.
Right. It's even crazy that we know the name of this trainer. Like,
yeah,
former Black Ops, you don't know people's names like that. So yeah, I believe the guy when he says things, even though it may sound as crazy, because to the naked eye, we're looking at Kanye because of his history.
And you're like, no,
like, bro, no way.
No way they do shit like that.
But it's like, bro, be for real. Like, it's so much shit that go on in this world that we don't have any clue about. So yeah, I mean, that's why I say, like, not to be biased and take up for the guy, because he has, obviously wowed it out. And anytime he wows out, we speak on that and give you the truth, like, hey, this nigga tripping. But he not always tripping fully, right? So again, I just think he's at that moment where he's had to make a decision, just like you said, to either play the game, right? Go this route, or play the game to change the game, however you want to word it. And Kanye's been through this more times than not to see this maybe so-called game that he's playing right now, to apologize, to get back in the face with an article, and to drop an album, and for it to be successful selling a product. So he's going to continue to do that. If y'all don't like it, don't buy the product, bro.
At this point in his life, you've seen that other side not only fuck with his music, fuck with his money, fuck with his marriage, family, fuck with his kids. Like, and I pulled up the text that his trainer sent to you, and this is when he was going through one of his Kanye was going through one of his episodes.
Right.
He says, and this is a quote, Kanye screenshotted this and he tweeted it one day. He says, I'm going to help you one of a couple ways. First, you and I sit down and have a loving and open conversation, but you don't use cuss words. And everything that is discussed is based in fact and not in some crazy stuff that dumb friend of yours told you or you saw in a tweet. Second option, I have you institutionalized again where they medicate the crap out of you and you go back to zombie land forever. Play date with the kids just won't be the same.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
That's fucking wild. And the wild part about it is that shit didn't make the news.
Oh, yeah.
That's the wild part. I mean, but you already know why shit like that don't make the news.
Come on now.
That shit should be front page fucking news. But
come on now.
I was just saying all of that to say that I do believe what Kanye's saying. I also think this type of stuff fuels more into the mental issues that he has. Like, especially if I've been institutionalized and medicated to points that I can't even fucking think. I can't think right. I'm zombie land.
I can't even.
Yeah,
I can't even think right.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think of the words. Like, it's like, bro, if you that
you've dazed and confused
right,
me medicated.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like,
sunk in place for real.
Exactly, bro. I was about to say, like, most of the time he probably don't even know what he's thinking or saying.
Yes.
Especially when he having those episodes, it may look manic to us, but it's like, bro.
And that's why I say it's like some they clone Tyrone shit to where it's like, look, we'll bring you up off and you can live your regular life, kids, music, all that genius shit you're used to doing. But you play this the right way. I wonder if Kanye went back to the very beginning, if he would have ever jumped into this game. I also wonder, and I think the answer is a clear no, just based off of how much trouble he's been, how he's not able to be silenced or controlled. If he were to go back to this time, if the higher ups would have even let him in, knowing what they know now, they probably would have said, "No, fuck this guy. He never gets famous."
Yeah,
it's less of a problem if we just never let this nigga be famous.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Oh man, but nevertheless, he sold out 42,000 over this past weekend in Mexico.
Saw that,
his first Mexico show in 20 years.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
I know that.
And he did a 40 something song set list, just like he has been in China and Japan and all that. He brought North out. North is looking like she's gonna be a fucking star sooner or later, Corey.
Yeah, bro. She's producing music, rapping.
She's, for a musician in the making as a child, fuck the rapping. The beat making is what's impressing me.
The producing is really like high level.
That's what's impressive to me. And it's not even, it's like today's type of rap, that Ken Carson, Cardi type shit. It's nice.
She's producing for other artists. Like, it's not just her and dad in the studio. Like, North has produced tracks out there right now.
Yeah, I like it.
That's crazy.
And to be honest, I think she's 14 or 15.
Wow. I remember when she was born, bro.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. I know that whole like Watch the Throne era was where she was born, and that's 2011. That's 15 years. Yeah, she's probably she's 14 or 15 right now.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Producing records like that, Corey.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah, and producing records that are good enough to where I've seen Ye touch the records and do renditions on some of the beats that she's made. I'm like, oh, they got a Ye version. The beats are right if Ye putting his hands on. Of course, she's gonna get the help either way.
Right. And it's gonna sound like a 15-year-old. Don't get us wrong, but for that type of genre and style of music that is heavy right now, those type of artists that you mentioned,
she's doing well,
bro. Like, it fits right in.
She's doing well.
No, I'm sorry, she's standing out.
Yeah.
She's not fitting in. She's standing out. So it's cool to see, man. We could have expected it, right? Kind of always knew from the start, like, North was gonna be the one. Kanye obviously laid his hands.
Absolutely,
on.
Saint next though.
Yeah, for sure. He just like Ye.
Yeah, Saint is next. Saint is baby Ye. Yeah. I always hate that I be comparing Mike to Ye, but I can't think of anybody else to ever compare Ye to besides Michael Jackson. He's kind of doing for me what I felt like Michael was going to do before he passed. Mike had a little bit of trouble, so he decided to, starve the people and tease you over here and tease you over here and tease you over here before I make it back to the middle. And his whole time off that he's had out of the commercial limelight in the U.S., He's been out in China and Japan just selling fucking shows the fuck out. The same way the This Is It tour. If you can remember, Michael was taking this shit everywhere except for America first in hopes to come back before he passed and do his one big shebang in the US.
Yep.
I feel like Kanye has been trying to build this slow burn, and I think it's working, of going around the world and doing these big ass shows in hopes that by the time this bully era comes back around, he can run this shit all over America again. Because if you can remember, to me, it wasn't 100% confirmed, but to me, the reason why he left to do those shows was because once all this stuff happened, the headlines were coming out that nobody in America would sell him a venue to do his shows in. So fuck it, I'm gonna go do it around the world. And by the time I come back, you niggas gonna be begging. I feel like that's what's gonna happen. Do you think by March he'll be able to have a grand album rollout in some stadium here in America? Do you think that's already in sight in the next month?
It's kind of hard for me to say yes.
I think the Mercedes-Benz shit is over with. I don't know. Maybe he'll get to do it somewhere else, but that rented out the Mercedes-Benz place. I stayed there for a day.
Nah, he's not doing that for sure. But even like just going on a whole stadium tour by itself, like hitting different cities, I don't necessarily see like a 30, 40 show, city show for Ye right now.
I don't either. I don't
see it.
But maybe it's just me for Ye at his age. I don't see him having a world stadium tour in him anymore.
Yeah.
That's crazy to think about. This nigga's about to be what? 50? He's like 46 or something.
Right. Yeah. No, I agree with you. I don't see it, but not saying it's not possible. I just don't see it at that level. You know, it takes a lot to tour 20, 30, 40 different cities.
I think he sells it, of course.
He sells it, but I'm saying like for him to actually do it and it be what we're accustomed to, like a Yeezus tour, like a Pablo tour, like where it's like, nigga, you had to be there. Like, I don't see that.
He hasn't been on tour since Pablo, I don't think. Did he do a Donda tour? I don't think he did a Donda tour. Damn. Did he do Donda and I missed it? He might have done Donda and I missed it.
Maybe.
Let's see.
Yeah, he did. Well, The House, right? But was that just a promo for that?
No, there was no Donda tour. Yeah.
Okay. So that was just a Mercedes shit he was doing with the house.
That was just the album release parties.
Okay.
But the last tour was Pablo, and he came off of that tour once Kim got robbed.
Yeah.
And then he kind of had a manic episode.
Yep.
Damn, Kanye hasn't been on a tour in 10 years. Holy shit.
So it may be time. Everything we saying, maybe it's gonna flip on his head. I still don't necessarily see it though, but if it happens, it happens.
It's between two things for me, whether Kanye has it in him, but I think the bigger factor in that is whether he has softened up the masses enough for them to allow him to do a world tour, because this all falls on Live Nation, these venues. Kanye's made his amends, but he hasn't seen any reconnection with these big ties yet. He signed a multi-million-dollar deal with Gamma. He's now signed under an umbrella again. Mm-hmm. And I think that's going to do a really good job of pushing his music out.
Yeah, because he doesn't have to do it himself.
Yeah.
Anytime an artist can just focus on the music, bro, we say this shit all the time. Like, I mean, obviously I know the deals and situations aren't always the best for you to go that route, but when you're able to go that route and it's beneficial for you, I feel like it's a no-brainer to say, hey, I'm just going to cook and y'all promote.
Yeah.
Y'all distribute. You know what I'm saying?
And he's just tapped in now to somewhere that has ultimate resources.
Yeah.
And I think if he's not signing a major, Gamma's probably the biggest and best place to be signing right now. You don't think he looked back towards Def Jam?
Bro, shut up. Nah.
Can I have good music back, please?
Please is crazy.
But he would have to be ground up. He'd have no artists anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think that pretty much does it for the Ye conversation. I'm looking forward to Bully, though. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, coming in March.
He's got like 5 tracks from the album out already. That all that stuff's going to be weird now because he's under Ye now. There's a Kanye West that's got all of his albums up under it now. His music now is under Ye and yeah. FKA Kanye. But let's move on though. Let's stay big time rappers. Let's stay Rock Nation. Let's stay Rockefeller. Kari, over the weekend, there was a fresh batch of Epstein files that have been released. This time, Donald Trump was in these files, Kari. But we're not here to talk about Trump just yet. Who else was mentioned in these files, Kari? Jay-Z, Pusha T, Aretha Franklin, and Jamie Foxx. I want to let you guys know I read all of these, and Jamie Foxx has just about the nastiest file in this motherfucker. I'm not gonna lie.
I didn't even read it.
He was talking about how he was willing to pay young girls, hey, the girls that were trafficked, like he knew they was there type shit, and he was like, hey, look, let them know I got a lot of money.
Wow.
Of course, I'm not saying that these aren't true. Right. What I will say, these are all being released. Like the celebrity name ones are just to hide when Donald Trump shows up and some shit to make things look less bad for him.
Right.
You got your eyes on Jay. You're not even worried about Donald Trump being in this. And Donald Trump is all over this motherfucker this time.
It's his file.
Yeah, this time, because these are the ones they didn't want coming out. There was some sort of court stuff that these got released unsealed from, but they weren't. It was an official release, but official and not official at the same time. I'd have to find the way that I read it to explain it.
Yeah,
but Jay-Z was in that file. Kari, did you read the story?
Yeah, at least the part with him, the connection between him and Pusha, I've heard. I don't know if there's more to it.
Him and Pusha weren't directly connected, but him and Pusha were connected via Harvey Weinstein.
Okay.
What was told was that there was an anonymous tip given in 96 that Jay-Z and Harvey Weinstein, I guess a woman was drugged or something like that, and when she woke up, Harvey and Jay were there to sexually assault her or some shit like that. This was an FBI anonymous tip that was given back in the 90s.
Right.
My first reaction to this was, holy shit, wait. Jay's debut tape dropped in 96. So how in the fucking fuck would he have already been so deep in that he knew Harvey Weinstein and he was getting down like that back in 96? That's hard to believe, right, Kari?
Exactly, yeah.
It's really hard to believe.
No, dead ass, yeah. Still, for me, absolutely.
And then they showed me this picture of these niggas together at this party in 98.
Oh my God, I didn't see it.
Kari, holy shit. What the fuck was Jay-Z doing with Harvey Weinstein? They weren't together, but you saw them photographed at the exact same all-black Diddy party together in 98. And I was like, no way these motherfuckers really knew each other in 1998.
Wow. Wow. I didn't know that.
Then I see a picture of them in the year 2000, Kari, on the red carpet, like arm to arm buddied.
By 2000, though, I mean, I can expect it.
But like by 2000, the way they look in the picture is like
buddy.
4 years worth of good buddy.
Facts. At least 4 years, huh?
Like, yeah, I'm like, damn, like
96 to 2000.
this is a 4-year relationship. I'm like, this is at least a 4-year relationship.
Facts. No, that's insane. Now, I'm gonna let you keep going. I know you probably pulling up the picture at least.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull the pictures.
But me initially, right? Again, I'm looking at the story and the timeline, and I as well have the same reaction where I'm like, Jay-Z just dropped Reasonable Doubt, right? Not a no name, but
this was them at Diddy's party. They wasn't the same picture, but they were both photographed at the party. 98.
Okay. So that one's cool. But the 2000 picture where they're together.
Yes,
right?
but 98 still does open the door that they have a relationship together.
Facts. And by 98, Jay-Z hasn't made a name for himself.
Oh, yeah. Jay-Z's large by this point. Exactly. Biggie's gone. He's New York by now.
Exactly. So, again, back to my point initially, I was like, it's kind of iffy, right? 96 album just came out. Jay-Z's technically still a nobody in a sense, right? But then now hearing this 98 story, 2000 story, now it starts to raise your eyebrows a little bit like, hey, there can be some sort of connection here. And if you start to really understand all of the names that are being thrown in these files and knowing who Epstein is, like, It's not. Let me see.
This isn't the 2000 one. They just got more pictures. These niggas were very buddied, Corey.
Wow.
I never knew until this came out how good of friends that Weinstein and Jay were. Like, these niggas were together a lot.
Yeah. I said Epstein, but Weinstein, my fault.
It's in the Epstein file.
Right, so. Exactly. But to my point again, I'm saying, like, now at this point, seeing all of this, now the tuxedos are starting to look a little different.
The tuxedos start to seem kind of fucked up.
Yeah, bro. So, again, man, like, with all these names and these celebrities that are in these lists, you can't put anything past anybody. That's what I've been knowing that my entire life. But now as these files start to come out over and over and over again, I don't put anything past anybody when it comes to billionaires and money and conversations and all these things that were going on in the early 2000s, late 90s before the internet, bro. That's another thing that you got to understand. Like,
yeah, they knew the internet. Well, not that they knew that it didn't exist.
Yeah, but they didn't know that we would have this shit 20 years later.
They didn't think they'd have a paper trail one day.
Exactly. That's the point. They didn't think that all these communications and conversations would ever be brought back to life again. So
and added up.
When I think that, and I think about the shit that can go on when you think nobody is ever going to find out, come on. You know what I'm saying? So that's all these files. Every time I see one, I'm like, bro, yeah, they literally had no idea that we'd be looking at this shit 20 years later.
Aretha Franklin was brought up because I believe her house at one point was used for these types of things.
Not surprised.
Man, what y'all niggas into, man? Like, what is y'all niggas into, bro?
Freaks, brother.
I shouldn't even be smiling when I'm saying this. I don't mean to smile. Y'all niggas is fucking crazy, nigga. What the fuck is wrong with y'all?
Yeah, I don't know, bro.
Oh, Jamie, you surprised me the most.
Yeah, tell me a little bit as much as you can about the story if you able to find it or if you remember. Because Jamie's another one, right? When I think about his history and his career, I'm not surprised, right? And especially what happened to Jamie, you know, during the whole Tyrone rollout, who cloned Tyrone rollout. And, you know, after that, I'm not surprised to see, like, hey, Jamie may have been in some shit that he tried to get out of, possibly. But who knows?
Yeah, true. I always thought that, I mean, he made that movie and stepped a little too close to some shit that could actually be true, and they tried to silence him. But he may have more truth than me. It says right here, in 2004, 2005, Sir Ivan Wilczek hosted a party with Jeffrey Epstein, Sammy Sosa, you dirty motherfucker,
Sammy,
and Donald Trump were in attendance. Patti LaBelle's PR agent stood at the door. At the party, caller met an individual who was approximately 18 to 23 years of age, who was brought from Oklahoma for a modeling job, but then sold to a man in France. Several women were auctioned, and a woman possibly known as Colette LNU was the madam. A couple of years later, callers saw Colette at Cheetah Club in New York, and she told one of Santos' friends that Jamie Foxx was interested in spending a night with her and that he could pay her lots of money.
Right. Take your time, brother.
Maybe he didn't know she would be in traffic and he thought he was just buying some pussy that night.
Okay.
That's all I have to help Jamie. Okay. I don't have anything else to help Jamie. I'm trying to
That's
help
a good
Jamie.
point, though. I was like, okay. Sure. Sure.
The worst part, I mean, this isn't a rapper part, but I just want y'all to hear this one. This one's about Donald. Donald Trump, the president, had parties at Mar-a-Lago called Calendar Girls. Jeffrey Epstein would bring the children in and Trump would auction them off. Trump would measure the children's vulva and vaginas by entering a finger and rated the children on tightness. The guests were elder men and included Elon Musk, Donald Jr., Donald Trump, and Ivanka Trump.
All right, bro. Yeah.
That's what these higher up niggas is doing. Y'all think it's just the priests and shit. No. Wait till we get to the fucking congressmen.
Yeah. I don't have no words.
These are sick motherfuckers, man. And I added that in just to, I'm not trying to group all these rappers in with Trump and Elon and all these niggas, but this is what these niggas is doing.
Yeah, and just like we said earlier, a lot of these things, it's like secret societies, right? Where
It is.
you go through funnels and funnels and funnels of this person, this person, this person, and once again, you never think that this shit is ever gonna come to the light. And that's all this just screams to me, bro. I know it's early 2000s and the year goes on. I know it went further than that. But I look at these files and I read these files, and every time it's a new person, I'm like, yo, there are societies of secret people and secret meetings and secret gatherings where this shit is happening still to this day.
Yeah, it's probably happening right now. I mean, my mom has always told me, like, she works in travel. She's like, yo, every hotel you check in, just know there's a woman up there being trafficked. Every single one.
Crazy, bro.
I was like, everyone? Everyone. She goes through that training type shit to know, but like, that's wild.
Yeah.
It's, bro, you up on the 3rd floor somewhere, bro, just thinking, like, and I have to think that now because my mom said that. Nigga, one of these floors, somebody getting, like, fucking held against their will, my nigga.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, nuts.
Scary.
And there are niggas up there doing that shit for fun on a Friday night. They said Pusha T was involved in pretty much the exact same thing that Jay-Z and Harvey were. It's just in 2007.
Yeah.
Thank God for no Malice. That's what took Malice out the game. He was like, all right.
I can't do this shit no more,
all
brother.
right, nigga, you have fun with Kanye now.
I can't do it.
I'm done, nigga.
Bro,
you, Pharrell, or whatever.
Crazy. You crazy for that. Nah,
he was like, all right,
was
nigga.
it for real.
I have Malice now, nigga.
Like, bro, all I did was sell drugs, nigga. I never thought it would get this bad.
Yeah, like, you fucking them babies?
Man. I got a wife and kids at home, bro.
Yeah, it was just bricks. It was just bricks to us at first, nigga.
Bro. Like, we were just moving weight.
He didn't turn it to dicks.
Nah,
I don't even do bricks and dicks.
Nah, facts, bro. That ain't a good combo.
Just bricks, nigga.
Bricks and dicks?
Yeah.
Nah, you don't want that.
We don't even want bricks and dicks.
Nah.
Just bricks, nigga.
No, sir.
And he ain't even trying to do the bricks no more.
Facts.
You think I want the dicks?
Crazy.
Oh man. But this all I didn't even mean to talk Pusha T last, but it snowballs us into our next topic, which is Pharrell Williams. You already saw the connection I just made there. Clips, production.
Yep.
But if we rewind back in Pharrell's life, we get back to the Neptunes and all of the great production that was made between him and Chad Hugo. You fast forward to 2024, and Chad Hugo's feeling a little slighted when he finds out that Pharrell was going to put that tag on the Neptunes. I forgot what it was, some sort of copyright or trademark on it, and they didn't let him know. Mm-hmm. I remember we talked about this a couple of years ago, and what we found out or was told about it was that Pharrell was trying to reach out to Chad for a bit to offer him some sort of partnership. He didn't respond, or
Right.
Chad said that was a lie, but they did end up offering him some sort of joint partnership in that, I believe. Chad he's not fucking with Pharrell. He has opened yet another lawsuit on him, basically saying that everything from 2014 and on that's happened with the Neptunes, they signed a new contract on, and Chad has not received any of the royalties. He said they had a really big album back in 2017. I can't remember what the name of the album was. Either the 2014 or 17, one of the two. But they had a really big album, and he didn't see any of the royalties, which, from what he said, is somewhere between 325,000 and $1 million, or multiple million. And he said that on top of not receiving his royalties, he's not been able, by Pharrell, to view any accounting. He said he's been blocked from all the accounting. So he's suing Pharrell to get that stuff straight.
Yeah, just to add a little bit more here for context, I have here, it says, according to the filing, Hugo's repeated requests for financial records since 2021 have been ignored or only partially fulfilled, which his attorney says violates their operating agreement. Estimated damages range from $325K to $575K, with potential damages reaching north of $750K to $1 million, like you mentioned.
Yeah, and that's because on top of the accounting that he wants, he said that he believes Pharrell was being intentionally malicious to hide this from him. So at this point, he's seeking punitive damages. Punitive damages is when you believe not only was there wrongdoing, but there was purposeful wrongdoing with malicious intent. So yeah, so he's seeking everything. That relationship is severed. And I can remember a point last time or last year where Pharrell was asked about Chad, and he said that while he respects everything that they did in the past and he respects Chad musically, that they're not on speaking terms anymore. And with lawsuits being open against each other, you can kind of assume we're not talking because we ain't been able to talk this shit out.
Right. Yeah, it's pretty obvious. And I feel like both sides probably have a fair argument here. I don't think Chad is lying. And I probably think Pharrell tried to reach out, right? Maybe not fully, but you know how these things go. When
I don't
money
fucking believe
involved.
Pharrell, Corey.
That's fine. When these things are involved, you know how it goes. But it sucks, bro. That's all I'm going to say. It sucks because this is a group that we grew up on, right?
For sure.
They made great music. They had a great partnership. The Neptunes, the NERD group, the Bape shit, like everything that was going on around this time, right? It was just great. So when you fast forward 10, 15, 20 years later and you get to the point where these guys can't even see face to face, eye to eye, don't even speak, it sucks. But yeah, again, I think both sides here have an argument, right? Chad, of course, feeling like he's been manipulated. Cool. Pharrell thinking that maybe he's done enough on his side. Cool. But it's in the court's hands now. So we'll just have to see what happens here. But again, it sucks, bro, when these things happen like this.
The reason why I don't, or I lean to not believe what Pharrell is saying, Pharrell's team responded basically with Pharrell's response, and they said an accounting review is underway, and it's premature to assume that there was any wrongdoing. Pharrell has also said if the review shows that money is owed, he's willing to pay it. That already lets me know that you know some motherfucking money was missed. If I know I ain't missed $1 of your payments, I'm stepping out the way fucking is it 50? Who was it that Nicki's demanding her payment from? Who is it?
Jay-Z.
Jay-Z, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I'm stepping out the way Jay is stepping on Nicki when she's saying like, hey, look, nigga, we done paid out everything that you talking about. We've gotten to the point where he said, if the review shows money is owed, he's willing to pay. Nigga, clearly you're saying you gonna owe some money, nigga.
You have a point, but let me say this. Let me add my 2 cents. Jay and Nicki is $250 million. Hugo's here talking about, a few
$250,000,
right?
yes.
So I'm not defending either one of the guys, but
one's a bigger situation than the other. Absolutely.
Think of it if you're in Pharrell's shoes, right? And what if he is the person that's not over the entire agreement or operation? What if there's other people that handle the accounting and money, and you really don't see everything that comes in and out, and you think, or at least you've been told, that all payments are being made? I'm just saying that's possible when he's saying like, hey, if there are payments that were missed, maybe I was unaware of it, right?
So I told you that I was missing payments in 2021, and you haven't given me the proper accounting. You haven't paid me. You haven't given me the slips. You haven't showed me any accounting in 3 years. Mm-hmm. And I opened the lawsuit. Now you talking about well, if we owe it, we'll give it. Nigga, then give it back years. That's the shit that's bullshitty to me. And anybody, I'm not saying you based off of what you said before, but in anybody's terms who's thinking about it and putting themselves in Chad's shoes, that sounds a little fucked up. Corey, like if I owed you $500,000, and even if I wasn't running the money and we have a financial team running through XYZ business and I owed you $500,000, you told me this year that I haven't paid out your $500,000 and I'm supposed to be your fucking brother, and I don't go, you know what, let me look through this shit and just send it to you. I don't do that. I string you along, and after not giving you the money for so long, you like, hey, well, if you don't think it's wrong, let me see the accounting so I can start to add this shit up myself and I'll report it back to you. Nigga, you can't even see it.
Nah, hell of a point.
There's something fucked up. The same thing. That's that same shit with Joe and Rory and Mal. Where it was like, no, you can't see the accounting. Nah, nigga, then we're going to court. Mal wanted to stand on that hood street shit so much and not take niggas to court. We're going to fucking court, nigga. Yeah. I'm going to take my nigga to court. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but maybe the relationship just wasn't what we thought it was at the point. That can also be a reason why when someone asks for records, financial records, statements, you like, nigga, fuck you. Because maybe we don't have a relationship at that point.
Okay.
I'm just throwing. I don't give a damn about none of this. I'm just no. This is just for conversation.
You could be right there too.
It's just for conversation. Again, I mean, we're gonna find out who was lying for sure.
If you forced me into court to see the accounting, there's something wrong.
Okay.
Like that says something to me. Because if there's nothing wrong, Carl, and you don't owe me any money, you can just show the papers. But like, nigga, I don't owe you shit. Even if you have to get a lawyer to do all this the right way, nigga, I don't owe you shit. There's every dollar. If you need to go to court to show the accounting, there's something wrong.
So my last little point here, I'm just pressing your buttons at this point. But when you were explaining the situation relationship you compared us to, you said, hey, bro, we brothers. If I come to you as a brother, would you just not be willing to show me the shit, right?
Yes.
So again, even if you thought like it wasn't anything incorrect there, you would still just show me just because I'm your brother?
Absolutely. All right. This is the thing. If we had other friends that ended up becoming members of the podcast or something like that, things would get treated differently. But yes, Corey, especially in Chad's point, especially in Rory and Mal's point, we built this shit together. It's not like you got hired as some fucking employee and you're the employee, I'm the boss. Of course, Joe could look at it like that.
Of course.
But in Chad and Hugo's standpoint, in this here, nigga, do you know how fucked up that would be? Like if you felt like you was missing money and I was like, not only am I not going to send you the money, nigga, you can't even add that shit up to see if you are missing any money, nigga. Yeah. Fuck you.
Yeah.
That's fucked up. Or vice versa, if you did that, nigga, I'm mad. We're going to court, Carl.
For sure.
Oh, bad nigga. Like
I'm definitely taking a nigga to court.
Yeah, like come on now, and I respect Maul for I know chalking it up. I mean, you got to understand how some niggas came up and going that route for them is straight pussy sometimes.
Yeah, bro, I know.
But nigga, my fucking ends and chochos and shit. I need my money, nigga.
Like, nigga, you got bills.
But that's also like people that you've seen how much money they've amassed. It's like, look, it's not even worth it to go to court.
And it's not even about the money at certain points.
It's about a friendship. Yeah. Now if you really get down to that point, you will have to make the decision. And I'm speaking straight off the head of the money right now, but you will have to make the decision of, do I take this money and fuck our whole friendship up forever because I know going to court is going to do that? Yeah. Or do I bite that bullet and say fuck the money because money was never our friendship? Mm-hmm. That's hard.
Yeah, it is, bro.
If it's some M's and I'm broke.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, like, and that's the thing that I seen niggas say on social media, and y'all can't even be mad. Like, I've seen niggas like Chad just broke now and now he need his money. Yes, nigga, I'm owed that shit. If I'm broke now, it's because he didn't fucking pay me. I don't have shit else going on. I was the Neptunes, nigga.
Yeah, nah, I feel you, brother.
Like that's the type of shit like, yeah, nigga, we're going to court. I don't respect Drake though.
Nah, facts. This is just for conversation.
Yeah, that's a different type of court and shit.
Yeah, this is just for conversation. I just wanted to make this a little longer than what we anticipated.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I think that was a good combo.
Yeah,
there.
No doubt.
Something that I want to be short though, we're going into the next combo card. What the fuck was Nicki doing up there at that I think it was a business summit. So I think she was there. She wasn't there for Trump. She was there with Trump a lot. But from and backstory, guys, we're talking about Nicki Minaj and Trump over the last week. They were photographed talking together at this business,
some type of summit,
congressional business summit, something like that. She was given a Donald Trump gold card, like those you can pay $500 for a gold card, like that shit.
Yeah.
She picked up one of those, and it became a big deal because their photographs made it to pop culture and social media and the blogs and the vlogs.
But not only that, I mean, that happened, but she's taking a stance where she fully supports
Absolutely
Trump and his party now. So it's not just that.
Well, she stated back in 2020 that she voted for him.
Yeah, I know. She was a lot of people kind of mistook what she was doing when she was posting pictures of Joe and Kamala. She was actually like trolling them at the time. So I'm not like shocked to see this. I am shocked to see the actions happening in such a like, I guess, quick way, it seems. But for Nicki, I mean, we know what it is. Like, she's looking for something in return. I don't know what it is here. I don't know what she's trying to gain, but there's obviously something that she's searching for, whether it be popularity, whether it be sales, whether it be that money that she claims Jay-Z and Roc Nation. I have no idea, but she's looking for something here. It's kind of obvious as to why you would put your, I guess, career almost in a sense on the line for something so, it seems something so minute, right? Because it seems like it's just out of left field. Nicki just shows up at a Trump summit or Republican Party summit, whatever it may be, and she's fully in support of Donald Trump.
What I found out was it wasn't a Trump summit or a MAGA summit or anything like that. It was honestly just some business thing, and she wasn't even there for Trump. She was there to represent as rappers in business. That's basically what she was there for. Of course, the president was there because he's the president, but she was there representing the rap community to promote rappers entering business.
Oh, okay. Sure.
And she clicked up with him while she was there. And I'm sure she used that as her perfect photo op and to do what she did on social media. The one thing I'll say from 2020 all the way to now, and I know this seems incredibly petty, but Nicki Minaj is incredibly petty. I feel like all of this, Corey, was started just to combat how much of a political presence that Cardi B made during the election and how hard she pushed for Bernie and Joe. I don't know if you remember that back then.
Yeah.
But I truly think this is just to combat that and for Nicki to create her own political identity because the bitch that she goes head to head with has one as well.
I mean, you're probably right.
She chose the Joe side. Give me Trump.
Yeah, you're probably like 65, 70% correct.
At least 1% I'm right that went into it in the mental.
Absolutely.
This bitch like Biden, nigga, I like Trump.
Absolutely. You're probably...
It's not all that, of course.
But it's pretty damn close.
She has an agenda, just like you said, though. She has an agenda behind it that I'm not 100% sure of yet. I am, but at the same time...
And it's still weird.
It is weird just based off of who she is. Like, who she is and who she aligns with always screams Democrat. But even if it didn't scream Democrat, it would never scream MAGA. It's weird, Corey.
Yeah, that's all
I'm trying to find other ways to say it. It's weird. And it's always weird. The same thing with Kanye, and I'm glad that y'all are treating Nicki Minaj the way y'all treated Kanye when he put that hat on. It's just weird. I mean, anybody can support anybody. It's just weird to see prominent black celebrities that you know came from nothing that would have never gotten a fucking dime out of that nigga.
Yeah.
But they're all into him.
It says something about your character, right? Because again, it's not about who you support. Like, I don't give a damn about that. But it's like, you just hit it perfectly where you say it's not Republican, it's not Democrat. It's you're supporting full blown make America great again.
Yeah.
And it seems like you're doing it for absolutely no reason. You know what I mean? I know obviously she has her reasons and agendas. I'm not trying to go back on what I said, but it's like you're doing it for shit that seems that it would cause more harm than whatever it is that you're looking for. If it's money,
yeah, she has no political agenda,
right? That's what I'm saying. It's just like, what is this? It leaves us confused. Where it's like, I don't understand it. You know what I mean?
She has no, like, you can tell she's not trying to get into Congress.
Yeah, it's like, what are you trying to gain?
She's not supporting like any policies of his. She's not trying to get a motion. But what the fuck are you here doing?
Exactly. You don't just want a picture, and you don't just want to be able to sit in front of people and do interviews and be on national news. Like, it's more to it than that.
But maybe she does, Kari. Sometimes we don't know the motives of Nicki, and sometimes I love Nicki. Sometimes she's just ditzy for the plot.
Yeah, she a little off sometimes. I ain't gonna lie.
You know, so maybe this was like her popular fuck you. You know, like the sophomore in high school that want to show you how many seniors they've hung out with.
Nah.
I got senior friends. Y'all, look, I'm going to hang out with the seniors.
Okay. It could be a show.
Maybe another thing, like, people that really ain't a part of the club like showing off when they finally took a picture with the niggas in the club.
Exactly. And she's not in.
I think that's what this is. And I'm saying this with all sincerity because y'all have never heard me get on this pod and say something bad about Nicki Minaj. I mean it though. Like, she's dying for attention. Dying of thirst. I don't know. And I don't want to talk about her much longer.
Yep.
I think we got one more topic left, guys. The Vince Staples show has come to an end here at Netflix. After 2 seasons, it has officially been canceled. The first season came out early, I believe February 2025, something like that. And then
Four, wasn't it?
Something like that. Yeah. 4, maybe 4. Yeah. You're right. It came out in February 2024. And then the second season aired November 2025, if I can remember. Okay. You're right. Thank you for the correction. And I was a huge fan of season 1. I remember when season 2 came out a few months ago, I was a bit critical about it. I just think it was slow. I remember Key saying something in the group, and I never got a chance to reply to it. I think he liked it, but what I was going to say is, I mean, I could see why it got canceled. The second season just didn't pick up the way the first one did, and I don't think they did as good a job promoting the show as they should have. I don't think the second season, and you know Vince Staples' style based off of season 1, it was good, it was witty and kind of darkish, but there was nothing that really excited you. Like, it left you on the cliff for the next episode, and I think it lacked that. And I think not only did they need more promotion, but something they needed a little bit more.
Nah, I couldn't agree more. I actually didn't even finish the second season because I was lost.
I didn't finish it either.
Confused.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It was too think piecey.
Yeah, going back to the first one, like you said, it seems like there was more freedom and free, and he just wanted to be funny, right? Obviously, it was dark, it was witty, right? You still had your, black moments and all that. He still was representing, don't get me wrong. But the second season seems like we tried to take it too far to be like a hit or a think piece. You know what I mean? Like, I remember those first 2-3 episodes. It was he was basically like the OJ episode. Do you remember that one? The OJ Simpson, was his uncle or something. I don't know. It was just.
Yeah, no, I don't remember that. I tuned out season 2.
Yeah, bro. I promise you, I probably only got to episode 3.
3 or 4. Yeah.
In the second season. And I was just like, yeah, I'm going to come back to this. Because like you said, there was nothing pulling me to want to keep watching it. I was just like, bro, I
was trying to watch it because I wanted to watch it for Vince.
Right. I was just like, bro, but I don't get where this is going. Like you said, there weren't any cliffhangers. You were kind of just left after each episode to kind of think what was the message rather than the message being answered to you.
Or what was that I just watched? Not even in a bad way, but summing the entire thing up. Like you said, the message. What?
Yeah.
What was that?
And sometimes you don't necessarily, depending on the show, actors and characters, right? But for me personally, you don't necessarily want to be left thinking too much after each episode, right? It's supposed to flow, and each episode is, supposed to continue and at least answer your unanswered questions.
Maybe an episode or two leave you confused, unless you're watching Black Mirror, Twilight Zone, Twin Peaks, those types of shows. But with this one, or with a drama or a sitcom, you wanted to sum up something at the end of it. Yeah, and it just left me a little too confused to just continue over and over. I watched Severance, and I had more fucking understanding after those episodes than watching season 2 of the Vince Staples show.
Yeah.
But I love the effort. I love that he was given that opportunity. I hope this is not Vince Staples' last opportunity in film, and I hope his next opportunity in film is not executive produced and written by himself. I hope that somebody reputable that's good with screenplay, good with writing, good with film, can throw him in there and he thrive under that environment rather than trying to produce, direct, and act the show himself.
Yeah, that's
because
good.
Yeah, that's a monster that Marlon Wayans and fucking Eddie Murphy are beasts at. That's not for everybody.
And especially when it's your second job.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he's still a rapper at the end of the day, nigga. He's not retired. So yeah, I mean, you said it perfectly, bro. I think it would definitely benefit him to kind of be more behind the scenes, or at least take less off of his plate, because the guy is super talented, whether it comes to music or film. And I think he can definitely still be successful moving forward. So I second you saying that I hope he gets more opportunities. And I don't necessarily see this as a failure. I know season 2 being canceled, or the show being canceled, you know, that's probably going to look as if it's a stain. And
it's not, though.
You can call it that. But the guy had a chance to have his own show titled The Vince Staples Show on Netflix.
And just to say that, I don't know anybody who's gotten, like, I know a bunch of celebrities who have gotten their own show pilot right off the rip. They don't succeed. Like,
this shit was actually successful.
Yeah, it was. And name one show that's not a late night comedy, like a late night talk show that's named after the nigga and it's been successful. All of those shows go off there. The Chris Rock show, the Richard Pryor show, like all of those comedy-ish, drama-ish, like name it after yourself, it's going down. I wish I could think of more, like the Carmichael show, like all of those shows, like it just don't go down like that.
Yep. And they don't get the big start usually. Like I said, he was on Netflix.
Yeah.
Like he started on Netflix. You know what I'm saying? Most of the time, like you mentioned, you may get thrown on a popular network, but they'll throw you nigga 2 a.m. when everybody's asleep. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not worried about you. Yeah, so bro, this was a successful run for Vince, although it's at an end now. Like, bro, he did it. You know what I'm saying? Season 1 was classic, bro. Like, that shit was cool.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, man. Shout out to Vince, man. This definitely shouldn't be looked at as a stain, in my opinion.
Yeah, man. I don't think so, and I think he'll get more cracks at this thing.
Yeah.
So, I think that's the last topic we have. Do you have anything more before we get out of here?
Nah, I'm good.
All right, yeah, I think that does it for us. We're going to get out of here and see you guys back on episode 398. I'm Roderick.
I'm Jakari.
All right, man, let's get out of here.